I am Mark, your kind and generous dungeon master. And if you are sitting comfortably, we have already begun. Death in the city-state of Uruk. Our heroes traveled to the domain of Hamanu the Lion, ostensibly to learn about secrets pertaining to the mysterious dragon's Levy. There they met famous sorcerer Korganard and assisted him in the beginning of a ritual that would see him undergo a transformation potent enough to steal the secrets of the dragon himself. Unfortunately, the outcome of this encounter was death in the city-state of Uruk, specifically the death of Portek. Although our heroes were able to spirit Korganard to safety and have him complete a ceremony in the hidden valley of Desverendi, Portek remained dead. Even worse, he returned as a horrible undead banshee thing with no skin and the ability to send people berserk, and joined our heroes' enemies against them. In the midst of this pitched battle, they struck down the undead thing that was Portek, routed their foes, allowed Korganard to complete its ceremony, and then petitioned the great Desverendi for aid. Surely a spirit of the land, the accumulated wisdom of millennia of druids and their consciousnesses, would have access to magics potent enough to return even a dwarven banshee to life. Portek, it is the sound of the Lakora that calls you back. I mean, it can't be this, obviously. Powerful sorcery, the energies of the cosmos must be involved somehow. But that is the thing that comes to mind when consciousness first returns to you. The dulcet tones of a Lakora, plucked with expertise, ringing around Desverendi's valley. You open your eyes, you see sunlight, valley walls, waving green trees, and the face of Constantine staring down at you.
I'll slap him on the face a little, kind of like a, come on.
I sit up.
Kavus is standing a few yards behind Constantine. He's
Time to get up. We have work to do.
attempting to hide and failing to do so, hiding his tears. You remember Vemet the Foul's words, his blade, pain, an enervating nothingness, a grey void, a sense of desperately having to hang on to evade some final dissolution, and then a nightmare of rage, frustration, despair. And then this, the sounds of the Lakora, still playing around the valley. It hasn't gone away.
Who's playing the Lakora?
You look and see a little way away, there's a pool of water, and seated on the edge of the pool is a Jojal, one of the small bipedal reptilian men of the Tablelands. Brightly colored, little Cora cradled in his lap. Seating beside him is Malanda. And she stands, hearing your voice, runs over to you, takes your hands in hers. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I should never have sent you to that awful, awful place.
Don't worry.
What?
It was
She looks
needed.
around the valley apologetically. Kavus, Kavus told me where to find you.
Okay.
I never thought to see a spirit of the land manifest.
Spirit of the land?
No, and you won't anytime soon, says Kavus, striding over. Desverendi has expended all of his energies in both saving and raising our friend Portek here, but more pointedly, in completing Korganad's ceremony.
Yes, I have.
He will slumber for 100 years or so. But he brought you back to life before slumber took him. And Kavus reaches over and pats you on the head.
Doesn't register with Portek. He's...
The rest of you, by the way, see something that Portek is only now beginning to feel. His skin, his flesh, from the crown of his little bald head, right the way down to the toes sticking out at the end of his travel-worn boots. There is a lattice work of scars that don't look like they're healed, or if will ever heal. Kavos had said something about a side effect of pulling him back from the grey, regenerating his skin.
I'm okay. I don't know what to say. Spirit of the land?
Yeah.
Yes.
Earth spirit. Yes. Brought you back to life. You were dead. You got better.
I know I died. And I remember what happened afterwards. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Well, you look better than you did.
Portek gets up and moves past Tin and everybody else. Tries to stand and walk away.
You stumble forward uneasily at first, and then feeling the good earth beneath your feet. Briefly are aware of the rock pool, the strange rock formation behind it. The Jazal is now looking at you from the water's edge.
Look back at the earth and fall to my knees and put my hands on it. Put my fingers to the sand and close my eyes.
Unlike anything else, unlike everything else, has not changed. It remains immutable and eternal.
I try and make contact to the presence of this place.
You feel it all around you immediately. Your ability to open your mind, your spirit, has not diminished. And nor your ability to feel the cosmos move around you. The great stone that is Athas, spinning in the void. From the tiniest mote to the fullness of the world itself.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome, Kavus says.
Portek is clearly not listening or completely ignoring gave us and has having his own private moment here. After a little while, he gets up, dusts off his hands, his breeches. So, what happened? Tell me. All I remember is being killed by that monster Vemet, and then becoming a monster myself. Know much more than how that monster felt. I don't know what kind of actions my monstrous being did, so feel free to enlighten me.
Well, they weren't your own, were they? So it's fine. But Vemet, we sent away again.
Matthias, not there.
Oh, I thought you said I wasn't there. Oh, sure. Sorry.
Damn passing bards.
We hatched the egg, is what we did.
Gorgonaut made it.
Yes.
Praise be to the earth.
Ra and the others dispatched many people. It was a typical day.
So you didn't miss me?
You were missed.
I'm happy that you guys succeeded where I could not join you.
We do what we must.
Sorry.
How did they find you? You were in the wall. You fed me fruit. I got out. How did they find you?
I made a stupid mistake. I went back for that one wizard that fell in the cellar, and in the process of it, I let myself become visible. I didn't think it properly through, and they immediately mustered their forces after me, and they could, apparently.
That was not a very strategic move.
It was an oversight. I made a mistake. It happens.
If I recall, you were Our Lady's chief strategist. I was her tactician. Since you've been captured, some of your decisions have been less than strategic. I found my mind. I'm hoping you find yours again soon. You're taking too many chances. This one cost. You got better, but it cost. We need you back entirely, mentally.
It was a forced error.
We may not be so lucky next time.
We all need a little bit of luck.
Well, we're running out of reserves. While he's saying this, he's actually looking through the bushes and such, and we'll find a sturdy, strong quarterstaff.
Okay. You can snap loose. There is someone
like this, like just holding it.
There is someone I'd wanted to introduce you to, Portek. I had not thought to find you here for such an introduction, Miranda says, rather back at Tyr, but hearing what had happened and hearing you were to be returned, I took the liberty of bringing him with me. He is a postulant for the Veiled Alliance. He has already passed the Green Test and the Crimson Test. He's not a defiler, and the raids allowed him access to the Crimson Shrine.
Okay.
All that remains is that he prove himself able to work alongside like-minded individuals. I wanted to ask you a favor, if you could take him under your wing for a little while and then report back to me.
Sure. Where is he?
He stands aside and gestures toward the Jazal sitting by the water's edge.
Oh.
He, in addition to playing the Lakora, he claims to be a master wizard.
Oh. Well.
I stand up.
Stranger things have happened, you know. There's also dwarves who cast spells. So.
I I wander over to him. I'm only 4 feet tall, by the way.
So you're about my height, right?
I'll go. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Makfari. It's a pleasure to meet such a giant of a man. I extend a hand.
So for context, a Jazal is they're about 3 or 4 feet high. They look kind of like mini velociraptors or like those Compsognas things, the little compies from the Jurassic World. A small bipedal theropod with hands with opposable thumbs, long tail, long neck, little perky head on top. And I don't know, what do your scales look like today?
His scales are sandy colored, sort of the same color as his loose robe / cloak. It's hard to tell whether it has sleeves or not. He's got various small pouches around his body and feathers in it that have been kind of tied somehow to the scales of his head, so they're kind of loose in the back. He's got some sort of cheap jewelry around his wrists and bandages around his wrists and legs.
A Lakora almost as big as he is.
Yes.
Well met, McFaddy. My name is Portek.
I've heard about you. You're quite famous. You died and came back.
Apparently. I'm only just coming to terms with that fact.
Well, if you ever need to calm your mind, I am. Perhaps I can sing you a tune.
Well, it was your song that called me back. At least this is how I perceived it.
Well, I'm glad.
I must say, I was not expecting such a deep and booming voice with such a.
It's years of singing. It's made my I can't explain it.
No. Look, as I said, there's a lot of unexpected things happening, and it's just one of those things. Okay, well,
Are you going to demonstrate?
I can if you like. He patters over to the cushion he was sitting on, and he'll sit down and center himself, and he'll play. He'll pull out his bow and spin the Lakora around so it's held like a cello, and then he'll play a throat singing song for him.
Okay. The noise that comes out of the Jazal is startling. A polytonal warbling which echoes around Desverendi's valley. Followed moments later by gentle strains upon the Lakora, bowed with peerless expertise. We pull back briefly from the valley, and accompanied by Makfari's throat singing, the camera pans along the ringing mountains, miles south across the alluvial sand wastes to the city-state of Tyr. We see Matthias early in the morning, leaving his villa, heading out to the farms and the estates which he now has outside of Tyr, tending to business there. Every bit the new up-and-coming businessman. He has his sights on nobility, some say, and many think he will achieve it. He's there till lunchtime. In the afternoon, he is in the Warrens. His overseer's finery hidden beneath a heavy weather-stained cloak, handing out alms and food, lead beads, ceramic bits to the poor indigent folk of the Warrens. They know him and call him by name. Every bit the man of the people. By the time night falls, he is in the Bard's Quarter. Hello, stranger.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. By the time night falls, he is in the Bard's Quarter, moving in shadowed steps from building to building, from doorway to doorway. Packets changing hands in exchange for coin, and then finally disappearing into a tavern. We only have a brief glimpse inside. The walls seem to be lined with thousands of mummified fingers before the curtain falls back. Matthias, it is late at night before you return to your villa. Bone tired after a day in the fields, an afternoon in the Warrens, and an evening in the Bard's Quarter under the expert tuition of Sarkea, your final lessons. Your understanding of the art of poisoning expanded to hideous new horizons. As you trudge up the street to your villa, you see Bengal is sitting on the wall overlooking the street, eating one of your Johnny pears. Again. And had you not just joined the call, Bengal, I would have given you a line of dialogue to use here.
Damn it, so close.
You're right.
Yes, I'm alright. Sorry, I had a thing come up accidentally, but it's fine.
No worries. That's cool. We'll move swiftly on as if we were real professionals.
Evening, Bengal.
Matthias?
How are the
See
fruit?
if I can get it into chat quickly enough.
How's the fruit?
Delicious as ever, really. What do you fertilize this with?
You know, shit.
Yeah, I do know shit.
But they're good. I'll grab one myself. And sit down and chill out.
You up to much at the moment?
Oh, I was about to get some sleep. Yourself?
I'm delivering a message to you specifically. You've got a visitor.
Who now?
Some geezer calling themselves Mingon of Asticles. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Do I know that name?
Yeah, you do actually. This is one of Agus's cousins. You met her during the preparation for the war with Uruk. She was at the meeting where Agus agreed to pay for all those slaves,
Okay.
among other times. Yeah, a bit of a hard-nosed individual, but as far as you presume, as reliable as anyone from the Asticles family.
Yeah. I best go say hello then.
Your best. I'll save some fruit for you, yeah?
Oh, please don't eat it all. It has to. Well, you will anyway. It's fine. I'll just carry
Yeah,
on.
I will anyway.
Matthias, then you head indoors. They're still dusting the dust from their travel clothes. But Constantine and Portak are already there, having ridden down from the Ringing Mountains that day. And with them is a Jazal with an enormous Lakora, a kind of like kick-ass banjo thing.
Do I recognize him?
No, you've never seen the Jazal before,
Okay.
but he's in your living room. Seated on the but that's not really saying anything. He's always coming and going at your place. Seated on the sofa on the far side, you recognize Mingon of Asticles. She's up on roll 20 right now.
Yep. I bowed, my lady. Can I get you refreshments? Portek, you look Great. Good to see you. Tin? Always a pleasure.
Of course.
Your staff have already provided me with ample refreshment. I thank you, Matthias. I wondered if I might trouble you for a little of your time.
Sure. First things, who's the lizard?
I thought he was with you.
He's with me, Matthias. This is McFarry.
I stand up and I pad over to him. Hello. I am McFarry. I am a friend of Melanda's. She invited me to come. I hope that's okay.
Of course. I'll offer him my hand.
I shake his hand with long, bony fingers.
I'm Matthias.
Oh,
Have you had
it's not-
refreshments?
I had some cactus juice earlier. It was very tasty. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Go and sit down.
Well, make yourself at home. I'll go back to the lady. Sorry, how can I help you?
What? She looks around the room. Is everybody here? I saw the halfling sitting outside, but where's the half giant?
I looked at Tin. Where's Ra?
So at that moment, we cut to Caravan Way, where Ra walks arm in arm with Zorak, whom we last saw surrendering so that he wouldn't get murdered, one of the former bodyguards of Lord Lubar. If you may recall, Ra talked them down, they surrendered, and Zorak has found a new calling in life. Ra, together you and Zorak head off Caravan Way, through Iron Square, and up toward where the noble villas are. I'm still not sure this is a good idea, Zorak says.
Well, why not? You know it's going to be fine.
That's what you keep saying, but look, today there was talk of putting a statue up for Matthias. A statue. I
Well
work
deserved.
on a farm.
So do I.
Yeah, but you are also Ra the mighty gladiator, right, Cecilia?
I mean, I guess so, but that doesn't matter.
I am just Zorak. You think?
It doesn't matter. And you're more than just Zorak.
He takes a big, deep breath. Yes. Right, I will be courageous. You swing into the street, and just in time to see Bagal Bengal throw the core of a Juniper, bounces off the far side of the street and rolls into the middle of the road.
Hearing that,
Yep.
like-
The unmistakable sound of a halfling throwing
Yeah.
a pear.
I know that noise anywhere. She'll kind of stop in a track, like, Bengal?
Oh, Ra, hey, and male Ra, your name is? Sorry, we haven't met yet.
I am Zorak.
Zorak. Yeah, okay.
You actually have met me once.
Have I? Oh,
Yes.
well.
I was in the bodyguard of Salavar of Lubar,
Uh-huh.
but I surrendered and have now
Mm-hmm.
started work.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Is that
I
it?
didn't really
He works on the
meet.
farms with me.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes a total bunch of sense. You should have just said that first.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
What for?
He is
Because-
intimidated.
Wha- Not by little old me.
I am trying to listen to Cecilia. She tells me
Ooh.
it will be okay.
She lets you call her Cecilia. Now you must be a very important man in her life.
He actually blushes.
So does Rash. They like both look away like
I don't know.
Well then, you two love birds. Boyds. Get out of here, Boyd. You two love birds. Just, you go on, fly on into the nest and have a good time.
Zorak nods at the invitation. Not sure whether accepting it will, embarrass him any further, but leads you into the house, into the estate garden, up the path, and into the reception room, where indeed you find Matthias and Portek and Constantine and a small lizard and a woman you don't recognize, but she looks very wealthy, who, seeing your arrival, stands and goes, you have 2 half-giants. Well, this is outstanding.
I look over. Well, what do we have here? And I smirk, knowing that Ra can't see me, and I'll say, archers, prepare to fire, knowing that there's no archers on the wall.
And Tin knocks an arrow.
I'm joking, Ra, I'm joking.
And Tin slowly lowers the arrow.
There is archers, but yeah.
This is Zorak. He works on the farms with me. You've met him before. He was one of the half-giants I took down.
Greetings. Thank you for welcoming me to your home.
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't believe I met you before.
No, but I've heard of you. I am Mingon of Asticles, Agus's cousin. I'm assuming you know him. At any rate,
Just tick.
You haven't seen Tic-Tic in a few days. A little unusual, but he could be out on one of his deep desert jaunts.
Which is quite common for him. I'm sure he'll be back. Anyway, my lady, how can we help you?
Do you need the halfling to be part of this?
He's probably still eating my fruit.
He was, yes.
I call out, Bengo!
Yes. What?
Your presence is requested.
Very well. And he jumps down from the wall that he's been sitting on, throwing another apple core away, and saunters on in.
Okay, Zorak stands at the back of the room, trying not to be obtrusive. He's like 11 feet tall, so it's a failure from the outset, but he tries anyway.
Tin's kind of moving around the outside, closer to him.
He looks over and nods and forces a smile.
Vice looks at him like this. No, he doesn't.
Well, thank you for agreeing to listen to me, Mengon says. It's a matter of state importance. But keeping it away from the council for obvious reasons. Loose lips and all that. Simply put, we want you to take an offer of an alliance with Tyr to the Oba of Gulg.
Gulg?
Yes. Envoys are going to other cities. Part of the reason we want to keep it a secret. Not involve the council in the open. I've been given the task of approaching you and asking if you will take a little gift to the forest goddess. Ask if she will be willing to open negotiations with us. We need allies.
We could do that. I'd need to speak to my friend first.
Speak to who?
I have a friend who I set up as a Minister of Trade with Gulg. Is there anything we need to know about the place? I don't know much about it myself.
I have never been. It is a forest city. Their Oba, they see her as a goddess.
Quite a common problem around here, isn't it?
What can one say? If you are willing to carry this, I will arrange for a little gift to be delivered here to the villa, which you can then pass to the Oba as sign of our good faith. I can also outline the terms if you wouldn't wish to share these with her.
Be
Our
interesting,
proposals,
yes.
so to speak.
Sure. What gift would
Shall
it
I
be,
return
by
in the
way?
morning then, after you've had time to discuss it, or
Sure.
are you willing
The
to
morning's
proceed
fine.
right away?
What gift would it be, by the way?
It is a necklace, one that she, it is said, wore in her youth. It was lost in a forgotten war many millennia ago, but we have recovered it and wish to present it back to her.
Is there any role I need to make to believe her?
You can make me an observation check to see if there's anything really egregious about her demeanor. Okay, so no, all this looks to be above board with this. Nothing that indicates that she's lying. No.
Very well. Do you need escorting back to your estate?
I do not.
Okay.
I have guards at a post at the end of the street. I thought it best to come in here unaccompanied.
Well, thank you for bringing this to us.
I will be here shortly after daybreak then. Thank you for considering my offer. She stands, nods to you all, and walks primly from the room when you hear her head out into the night.
So what do we think?
So,
Portek, are you back to yourself yet? You need rest.
I will manage. I will need to recuperate my my accessories.
What do you need?
I lost a fortune in spell components.
Well,
Unless you found something on the party that you vanquished at Desverindi's valley.
oh, what did we get from that Templar?
I don't know. We never got a
We never got to loot
description.
them
Yeah,
I'm secretly hoping that
Salavar?
Portek stuff was there.
Yeah, we never got to loot
I mean,
anything.
Molestic. No, Portek stuff wasn't there. Molestic was wearing human-sized Braxat plate armor, had an exceptional bone longsword with him, and I can give you the spells that he had material components for if you need.
Ra would
That helps.
Ra would say, I have some money if you need anything for your components.
Money shouldn't be an issue.
Well, okay, hold on to your seats. It was over 50 gold pieces worth of spell components.
I only have really 16 gold if you count all my ceramics.
Zorak kind of catches himself.
Mark, how far
That's a
is
lot of money?
how
It's a
far
lot
is
of money.
Ra from Zorak at the moment?
How
I
far is
imagine-
Ra from Zorak?
I imagine she's close to him, like probably by his side, right?
Yeah.
She just, when he says that's a lot of money, she just goes, I've been saving.
How much is 50 gold in ceramic?
500 ceramics.
5,000.
5,000, yeah. No?
Yeah, that's what I thought. 5,000.
500 ceramics.
No, it's
that's
5,000 because
5,000.
One gold is
1,000.
100.
Hmm?
One gold is 100 ceramics.
That's what I thought.
So if you have 50 gold, you have 5,000 ceramics.
50 gold. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Forgetting a 0 there. Yeah.
That's fine, Portek. Go and get what you need tomorrow.
Actually, I will do it before I go to bed. Start the process because it's not probably as easy to get as just that. When do we want to get ready to leave?
Well, if we're going to go, I'll come with you and see if I can get a discount.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Farah looks to Melanda. Is this the thing that I will...
Melanda's not there.
Oh, I'm talking
Matthias.
to the wall.
She left you at the Desrandes Valley after your beautiful throat singing montage.
Oh, okay.
And informed
like-
you was I somewhere else just now? If you just accompany Portek from this point onward, then he'll take you under his wing.
Okay.
Do you talk to the wall? Like,
No, I would have been trying to
Please
talk
don't.
to Melanda, but apparently
Okay.
she was not there, so...
'cause Ra doesn't even know you're there at the moment. Like, she hasn't heard another voice, so I'm just leave it.
Matthias, when you go out, can you get me a small silver mirror? I have a great need of one.
I've probably got one upstairs somewhere.
Portek.
You totally do.
Let's go and grab one from one of the rooms.
Thank you.
So what do we think?
Zorak, can you help me?
Portek, might I accompany
Yeah,
you?
sure.
Sorry, of course, yeah.
Yes.
So at this point, Ra, you hear the new voice.
Oh, okay, Zorak, you go with Tin. Tin's nice. He's the one I've told you about. And
Yeah.
who's that?
Aha.
It's a
Ra,
lizard.
this is McFarry.
McFarry looks around like... Oh, me. Yes.
Can I be
Hi,
briefed on what McFarry is?
Sorry, yes, you weren't there.
He's a
Yeah.
velociraptor.
The Jazal. So you know the little Compsognathus dinosaurs from the Jurassic Park, like little kind of slender velociraptor type things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, about 4 feet high, dressed in a. I'll let you describe.
Here, I'm gonna send you this little sketch I made, but
Is he taller than Bengal?
he's 4 feet tall
Is he
when
taller
he
than
when
Bengal?
he stands up, but he's kind of
So,
hunched over.
Yes, by 4 inches.
Aw.
But he that's if he would stand upright, but he doesn't. He kind of leans forward like a velociraptor does.
Okay.
So we're probably about eye level.
Does he have grabby hands?
He's
No,
got
his
grabby
hands are.
hands, yeah.
He does have grabby hands. Yes. He's dressed in what appears to be a kind of a dirty, sandy-colored loose robe slash cloak thing with a hood, but it's down at the moment, and he's got these loose feathers sort of stuck to his scalp, and
What's that thing he's holding?
it's a lacora. It's this insane large instrument made out of a gourd and a stick, and it's got all kinds of handles and strings and
Well, that
things sticking
sounds
out of it.
completely made up, and I won't stand for
It's
it.
a West African instrument. You can look it up.
It's
Anyway,
more real
but
than
the
your
point-
banjolele.
Yeah, it's not a banjolele.
This is
Anyway, but
bullshit.
The
Yeah.
contest coming up.
and he's wearing kind of some cheap jewelry around his wrists, and
Right.
yeah, so yeah. My name is McFarry. I'm pleased to meet you both. He's looking up at Ra and down at Bengal, and up at Ra and down at Bengal.
Ra extends a hand, like, it's nice to meet you, but she's extending it at like human height. Like, so
Right.
you probably would have to like jump to reach the hand.
You
No,
might
no,
need to
Ra.
you might need to kneel a bit.
A little bit lower. Think my height, but apparently 4 inches taller.
Oh.
He sounds about 7 foot tall, but
Yeah, she's like, hey, oh, okay.
You're so little, Bengal.
Shut up.
Never let anybody tell you that size matters. It's all an illusion.
Nah, I've been living that day to day, brother.
I wander over to Ross. It's a pleasure to meet you. Wow, your thighs are huge.
After hearing that, Ra just
You
kind
must
of
work out.
tilts her head a little bit confused, and then
Those
just
are like tree trunks.
oh,
My goodness.
thank you.
I mean that in the best way possible, of course. I mean no disrespect. Anyway, I'll go say hi to the halfling.
That's okay. I like trees.
Good. Yeah. Anyway,
I
I
look
go
to,
over to Bengal,
I was gonna say I look to Bengal and I'm like,
and as he comes up to her, as he comes up to Bengal, he'll tilt his head sideways to kind of get a little bit of a better look. Okay.
Hey, dude, what the fuck, man? All right, you're creeping me out. I'm gonna need you to keep like a 1 meter distance from me and my
No,
girl.
I was gonna say you have really beautiful eyes. Has anybody ever told you that?
Sorry, I'm having a crisis right now. I gotta go. And then he runs out the room.
wait, Bengal, can
What?
I touch
Was it something
him?
I said?
Excuse me, little fella, can I touch you?
Oh yeah, yes. I said.
She's like feeling his
he'll stick
head.
his neck out like in an exaggerated way.
When she felt his hand, she felt it's not a human hand. So she's like, she's very curious. So she's like, like patting his head and like trying to work out what he is. Like, she's just like, oh.
And
Almost
then
like
you
a
recognize the
bird-like
thing you
head.
crushed in your hand in that big arena
Yeah,
combat.
exactly.
Exactly.
Then she's like feeling it. She's
That
like,
was my cousin.
yeah.
She's like, oh, I know now. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a brief sudden flashback to Ross spinning them round until their bodies burst. And then, okay. So, Tin, you and Zorak head up to one of the side bedrooms to look for a mirror. Zorak's kind of going up the stairs, leaning his head down to look in the rooms. I think there's one in here. Is it okay if we just take one?
Yes, it's quite all right. Go straight ahead in.
Okay, he scrunches down, sideways shuffles through the door.
And
This is a really not nice house.
yes, Matthias likes very lavish things. So Ra's
do-
right.
is this-
I am nice. So Ra, what are your intentions?
Well, I mean, if I don't want to break it, but I figure if I can pull it off its stand, then you can take it back downstairs.
I appreciate.
Is this the right
your,
kind?
It is. I appreciate your. And he's kind of, his features are softening a little bit, like, oh man, yeah. I appreciate your care, but what are your intentions with Ra or Cecilia?
Just to be a good friend to her and be there for her when she need it. And make her smile.
I appreciate that very much, and I'll nicely take the mirror from him. But if you hurt her or corrupt her innocence,
Why would I hurt her?
I don't know. But if you should,
Then why'd you say that?
because I always look for the worst in everyone and I wait for it.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not. But if it happens,
He
they
leans down and places a hand gently on your shoulder.
Yeah.
There is much good in the world, Constant. You must learn to see it in others, and you will see it in yourself.
I need a minute to go cry in the closet. No. Why are you making me be mean to this guy, Mark? Why?
I'm not making you be mean to him.
And so he'll nicely pat his hand and go, yes, but if anybody should hurt Cecilia, I will unleash a volley of arrows followed by anything else I can grab to end them.
Good. You should let me know when that happens. I will help. But you know her well, yes?
Yes, I do.
Then you know she does not need protecting.
Everybody
protects
needs
you.
protecting. Everybody needs protecting. And we protect each other. We don't protect. I need protection. So does everyone else. So do you.
Yes. Yes, it is bad world.
Yes. And my hope is that you never need that protection. because nothing should ever have to happen to you.
I think so too. And you too, Constant.
All right. Let's go back downstairs. Thank you for
Okay,
the
you will have
meter.
to go first because I have to stand up and turn my backside is too big for the door already.
We'll see about bigger doors. And I'll nicely walk out the door. This fucking sweet bean.
You can hear him kind of shuffling through.
And I'll wait, and then and then I'll just say I'm happy that you want to make her happy, and I actually will use my strength ability, and increase my strength to the 25, so I can give him a handshake worthy of a half giant.
Well, he's very, very gentle with you, but then you have good grip. Must be all those arrows pulling and pulling with your little hand makes it very strong. I'm impressed by you, Constant.
I am surprised and you're a good person.
Thank you, Ra. Cecilia has shown me how to be a good person.
Very good, very good. Let's rejoin the party. Chances are they want us to embark on somebody else's wants and needs soon.
So you clump off back downstairs.
After
Zorak
feeling
shuffles
like an
over to you.
ass, Mark.
You were right. Constant is nice.
He is very nice, yeah. Did you two get along?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And she aims in, like, if she hears Tin, she aims in his direction and is like,
Tim would walk by Rod and pat her in like his normal way of like agreement. Not going to say anything. I mean, I've already made him feel good enough.
while everything else happens, you just hear Ro in the background like, I've got tree legs.
What?
Okay, so Matthias, you were attempting to elicit some form of opinion from your companions, I believe.
Yes, but I was thinking about how much worm slime I'd need for. No, anyway, I turned to the group and said, "So this proposed alliance, what do we think? Obviously, we need allies.
Who is asking this alliance?
Well, what house was it? Sorry, Mark.
It's the council.
Well, it's Mingon of Asticles. She claims to be speaking to you on a matter of state. One of several people who are speaking to her, presumably a number of envoys. She says, yes, it's on behalf of the city, but because they're sending numerous envoys out, they don't want to involve the council.
Yeah.
Because as soon as that happens, word will spread, and it could jeopardize any one given ambassadorial endeavor if they thought that there were like 6 others going on at the same time.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would like to know who exactly is making this plan and what actually is on the table, what they want to offer for this. But that's just me. What do you think?
I agree.
I mean, is this actually via coming from the nobles or from the Templars, and are they willing to sell out the city? I don't know. I have no idea. She needs to be a little bit more clear where this comes from, I would say, and also what they're willing to actually put on the table as well.
If you recall, she said she could tell you the terms as soon as you indicate willingness to proceed.
Well, we know for a fact we can't take Tick with us.
After last time, no.
No, I don't want to put him at risk.
No, for Gulg, that's way too jungly for him.
If he's about, we can have him just protect the estate and the farms and stuff. I've been thinking as well, now that we're all together, about us creating a house of some sort.
I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but you already bought a house.
This is a bit different.
Do you mean like one of those noble houses?
More like a house that's not noble. Our own estate, our own name.
Okay. To what purpose?
To benefit each of us.
Don't we already do that?
We do, yes. But there's other houses around. And that's what they do. Maybe we should look into doing that.
Basically, function like a noble house, but not be a noble house.
Yes.
Can't be a noble house if I'm here.
An ignoble house, then.
So noble house in name only.
Okay.
I do have ties into a noble house, but that could be messy. That's another story for another day.
Well, I'm happy with just being a house. No noble, no opposite of noble, just house.
What is the
With you
benefit of the
guys.
house?
A house would benefit all of us. We're going to start looking for people to recruit to defend ourselves. A small army, whatever these houses have. But funds need to come in for that. And I know I earn a lot of money and some of you don't, like Tick Tick, for example, and Ra.
I earn very little.
I know, but the money that comes in from what I earn and what everyone earns will go in together. We fund the house as a unit.
How would that go with my projects?
You could bring them into the house. That way wages still get paid. We have protection. We can grow on that.
I have plans with those things.
I have many, many plans. A lot of plans, but money, again. I have plans to buy out more businesses and help feed more people.
Right.
These comes with costs. And I know I can afford them, it's not an issue, but I work hard for them. But if we send caravans and trade caravans, etc., then we need people to protect them.
Well, I'm sure that we can manage that. I have my dwarven militia, which I'm training up. They can be used.
Exactly. Mark, can you describe what more a house would be like? What it would...
So the main benefits, the benefits of incorporating yourself as a house are, they're quite numerous. Normally, yes, it's something that's reserved for nobles or merchants, but there's actually nothing in law that says you can't just call yourselves a house and start acting like one, you know? So primarily you will gain military power. That's where it all stems from. Particularly with your high-level fighters attracting followers. They will gain 50 to 100 followers every time they level. So very, very rapidly, you're going to have a fighting force of several hundred.
But don't we already have Tick Tick and Bengal that are in that position already?
Yes.
They both are, yes. Yeah.
Next level for me
so-
would be the same.
Exactly. And that's even before you deal with anything like mercenaries or hired troops. Okay. Out of this military strength comes the ability to exert political influence. You can back your political demands quite simply with the threat of violence. Okay. Starting warfare in and amongst noble families is generally a bad thing, but it's not completely unheard of, as you've seen up close. But the other pillar for that is economic power, and that is obtained by having a trader in the group, such as Matthias or Chirodius, and thereby earning large amounts of money. And this likewise translates itself into political influence, but also gives you spending power, whereby you can acquire land, more troops, better equipment, upgrade your base.
Yeah.
And you leverage these things by then interacting with political power groups, other military power groups. You're already, as you probably noticed, on the cusp of real kind of civic fame and awareness on behalf of the people of Tyr. They all know you to one degree or another. So you're now entering a phase where you will be able to leverage that influence.
On top of that as well, is
Sooner or later,
obviously-
just briefly, because you continue to level and continue to gain power, this ultimately can put your characters in the position of becoming the real movers and shakers of the city.
A big thing as well is obviously people like Tick Tick and Bengal and Ra next level, and obviously it's not an issue for me, but getting an army for 50 to 100 men per level and having to pay for that depends on how much income you earn. You might not be able to pay for that, but as a house, all of the armies sort of meld into the house's army, and the house pays for those armies.
Followers come with their own equipment and gear, but things like food and water and resources and residence, and then also the ability to make repairs to damaged equipment. These things all bring costs.
It would be good if we could get like more farmland, but just exclusively for.
That's my plan.
Yeah,
well, I've just bought a big farm.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, even with the armies that we have come in that might have like spouses and stuff like that, they could work the land
farms.
and build houses on the farm as well.
Yeah.
So Portek has bought a sizable bit of land as well. It's got a whole farm with the whole militia thing attached to that.
Yeah.
Your harvest is due in a week or two as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I have a hovel in the Warrens that you guys could have. That's I got that big stuff, man.
I have a nice rock. It's real cool.
But obviously, I've just hired enough men to mount the farm and my estate for a year. So that harvest is due in. You say it's due in, Mark, is it?
So no, Portex is.
Oh, Portex. So with the armies that we're going to start raising, they could work on protect the farms and the other estates that we buy as a house. And again, all that money goes into the house. I mean, my farm.
Those farms can help to feed the armies as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can take that out as well. But it's a good move to create. It's obviously the discussion we had in Discord about money and stuff is obviously that it is important because people like Tick Tick. I don't know if Bengal earns a lot of money, like in downtime, or Ra earns a lot. You won't be able to. Well, I don't know if they're going to be able to afford the men, Mark, or you guys. I don't know.
I solved that problem with my men in the last big downtime.
Yeah.
With that loan from you, which I paid you back, that actually set up the whole system that actually pays for this whole thing. But
Matthias earns a lot of money, and even more so by the time his harvest comes in. It's just, and then that money can help, and obviously other people can put into that as well. You know, if you're going to need your own money to fund certain things that you want to get, but then anything spare goes into the house to help pay for troops and making the house better.
Again, let's just do that.
That's that. Yeah. So anyway, he speaks of that in character and something for us to think
of. Our house.
Yeah. In the middle of. Okay, never mind.
So
that's a discussion we can have once we come back from Gulg, or even before we go. I'm assuming they're going to want us to leave as soon as possible.
Probably straight away.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to know what the terms are before we do make a decision. But are we interested? I mean, an alliance with, I don't even know what they're like. Bengal, do you know much about Gulg?
I know for one thing that the goddess that they worship, they're very what's the word, dedicated to her, should I say, and that's where Tebow came from, and that's all I know.
Is Gulg mostly halfling or is it mixed?
It's mixed, but it's mostly halfling, I think.
Yeah, there's a large halfling presence.
It's mostly human.
Oh,
mostly human. Okay.
But halflings do live in the Crescent Forest, yes.
Well, we've got good standing with your people, where we got the spear from. So, is it something that we want to return on our way back?
Absolutely not.
The Heartwood spear to Piranha?
Is it something that wants to be protected by them again, or do we keep the spear?
Well, Karan is in the opposite direction to Gulg.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say it's far too long of a journey, and I also think that Tick, wherever he is, still has the Heartwood Spear.
He does.
Okay, but that's fine. I didn't realise it was in a different direction. So this is... I'm assuming this is a good move for Tyr.
Yeah, it depends on who is asking this and what the intention is. I'm a little bit afraid that as that we get sent on a mission for the wrong people again with the wrong motives. I'm a little bit suspicious. I'm sorry.
I get that, but also I feel like the fact of the matter is that she's not going to tell us any more details about what we're doing unless we agree to it, right?
Oh.
So.
Well, she said she's happy to discuss the actual terms on the table with you.
We've got good standings with this house, haven't we?
With her house, House Asticles, yeah. Agus was the main
Agus is my
noble
friend, isn't he?
senator. Yes, exactly. Yeah. He heads off into the desert every now and then. There's some suspicion that he's seeing a psionic master off somewhere, getting training. So he's, as far as Minkon says, currently out of Tyr.
Right.
So let's put it this way: you guys have a little bit of shopping you wanted to do, going reacquiring material components.
Yes.
If it's okay that I just re-equip myself with what's on the list, then that's good.
Head down the Elven Market around Night Traders Way, up and down Caravan Way. Tyr is open all night. Shopping by candlelight and lamplight on the sandy streets. You manage to recover all the items that you've lost.
Okay. I will also put in a specific request with Melanda to see whether the Veiled Alliance can obtain a proof from teleportation spell for us.
What level is that?
Level 4, I believe.
0-0. No. The
Okay.
dice save. Absolutely not. No.
Well, until we have that spell, we have actually very little chance of keeping Vemet here and making a final end of him. Because that's the spell we need to keep him from teleporting back just before he gets killed every time.
Yes, exactly.
I rolled a bargain, so what's that? That's
Mark,
45
Well,
gold.
then if it's 50 gold pieces, then you get it for 40. No, sorry, 45.
I do maths better than Mark.
McFarry will accompany Portek on his night market excursion. Paddle along with him.
Okay. I chat a little bit with him and
yeah. I
try
mean,
to get to know with you a little bit better. I've been doing so, of course, on the way from Desverendi. Was it
Desverendi.
Desverendi. There you go. Desverendi's Valley. We've been talking just to get a feel for each other. I mean, he's very friendly and is curious and
Too friendly.
Well, Portek will be inquiring on what his skills are, his magical skills and his other skills.
Well, you figure out he's also a preserver.
Mm-hmm.
And has various spells. I have I need to get some components as well. So.
Oh well, let's go. We're shopping for components together. Through our.
Specifically, I need one particular one.
Which is it?
The finely cured piece of leather blessed by a priest. I look at Portek.
How convenient. So I will fashion this for you. Yeah.
That's the most expensive one of all.
Yes, it's 50 ceramics. But if he does the blessing, I can just get some leather for the money that I have.
Yeah.
For a cheaper amount.
I believe the blessing is a little bit more than just a bless spell, as far as I remember Mark explaining to me.
Right. Well, if it is, then let me know, and then I might have to owe you some money.
That's fine. I think we can get that sorted with Matthias. That gets purchased as well.
It's a strange lizard. I've never met this lizard before. And you want me to give him gold?
Well, he's been assigned to us by Melanda. Come on.
Okay, I remove 45 ceramics.
45.
No, but the idea is presumably you pay the 50 ceramics because you're paying a priest to do the blessing, correct?
There are
The leather
various
itself.
ceremonies, and there are various ceremonies and oils and unguents and sacred bits of earth and what involved. It's not just
Right.
the same as casting a bless spell. So.
So we actually
Oh.
will,
Did
buy,
everybody
we'll
go?
buy the component itself, but that's probably easier. I
Yeah.
think.
I
Okay,
buy
in
it.
that case, I'll just buy the.
I buy it, but I use obviously bargaining again.
Yeah, no
Mark,
problem.
did everybody go on the shopping expedition, or
Just Portek and MacFari, as far as I'm aware.
And
I'll just-
Matthias.
And me.
I didn't.
Oh,
I'm,
Matthias,
I'm
yeah.
chilling out with Ra and Zorak, my new
Yeah.
buds.
We're doing like MTV Cribs house tour with
Oh,
Zorak.
hell yes.
Like this is room 1.
This
so
is the
while
room that I like to sleep in. This is the room that I fart in. This is the room that I
Wow.
keep Matthias.
There's a whole
sleep
room.
in. Yeah,
Just
man.
the fart room.
so while they're walking around, Ra would know what Tin's doing, but I'm in I'll be in the main gathering chamber, setting the villa up for the day.
Fart chamber.
Okay, nice.
I'll be
Good.
taking Earth.
Okay, good. All right. Your meditations attune you slowly and solidly to the land itself, the villa itself. The slumbering spirits that lie beneath Tyr open one eye from sleep, enough to regard you, acknowledge you, and accept you into their embrace for the day. The shopping trip is a success,
Presumably,
and
need to
you are.
learn spells.
Yeah, go ahead. You spend the rest of the night at the villa in restful slumber, listening to synchronized half-giant snoring. Take a light breakfast and wait for Mingon of Asticles to arrive, as promised shortly after daybreak.
As long as that's all they're doing, I don't want to have to pay for a builder to come and repair the walls.
He comes in a palanquin, tells her guards to go wait by the guard post at the end of the street, in through the gate, across the courtyard, and joins you in the breakfast room.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
I trust you have had a restful sleep.
Yes. Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, I have. Thank you very much.
So- This has come from your father, yes?
My father has been dead for many years.
Husband, sorry then.
I am not married. Are you talking about my cousin, Agis?
I guess, yes.
Yes.
I know what
This
I'm talking
is
about.
Awkward.
This is a design of his making. Yes. But he is wherever it is that he goes on these long desert trips.
Yes.
But it has the support of Timor, the Minister of Tyr, the High Templar. It has the support of Thaxus Vorden, the head of House Vorden, Tyr's chief merchant house. For what it's worth, Rikus says he's behind it.
Well, that's good.
Is there anything more I could tell you to answer what questions you surely have?
I think we're good.
The terms, perhaps? You would wish to know of those before
Yes,
you
please.
commit, one way or the other?
Aye.
Tyr is offering a 5% cut on iron prices in perpetuity to House Reiben, the Ober's personal trading house. We would also, at the beginning of negotiations, send a gift of 1,000 steel blades and promise aid to Gulg in time of war. Gulg sees frequent warfare with the city-state of Nibene, which lies at the opposite end of the Crescent Forest. We think these will be compelling terms. In return, we want assurance that House Inaka does not compete with House Vorden or any other Tyrian trade houses. We ask that Gulg likewise send aid in time of war. And we want help from Gulg in paying the levy.
It's-
See, more people know about the levy then.
I'm sorry?
I see more people know about the levy then.
Is Matthias alone in this conversation? Yeah.
No, we're all here.
No,
Oh, we're all here.
here.
Okay. So, I'm presuming this whole thing comes up from the Template then, because they're the only ones in the know, or we're supposedly the only ones in the know of this.
You think?
Presuming.
No. The oldest and most powerful noble houses.
Know about it too.
They knew of it also. Yes. Where do you think the slaves came from?
I see.
We are running out of time. You will be here soon.
Yes, and we need to add some bones to the field of bones, don't we?
I have lost count of the different ways I have thought of solving this dilemma. You cannot bargain with the dragon.
No. I think Andropina tried, right?
I know of no other way to deal with this.
So we turn a blind eye and let somebody else pick up the tab.
Yes, we do. There are 1,000 free Tyrians you would name? No, and nor I. I would name not even one. I take it from your faces you all know full well what the levy is.
We know.
Souls.
Zorak shakes his head. No.
I'll fill you in later.
Ra, should Zorak be part of this conversation, Ra?
I mean, I trust him.
I will wait in the garden if you feel happier with that.
I just don't want you to talk about what we are talking about here anywhere else. This is just between us.
I would not.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Cecilia said that you are great heroes and talk of great and high things. I am just a farmer.
Zorak's really good with secrets.
Good. Sorry.
Okay.
How delightful, Bingon says. So, can we rely on you?
What other choices do you have?
Do you say no? I am sure I can find some others who are willing to make the journey and make the offer. But I had rather hoped that you would be able to do it. Your reputation for success is not unearned, after all.
No. But it has cost us in the past with lives. I looked at
If
the
we
group.
cannot give the dragon what it wants, we will all die.
Death is just another adventure. What do you say,
Not
group?
for me, it isn't.
1,000 souls.
A trip to Gulg.
It upsets me that we're being complicit in this. It's a very difficult pill to swallow.
Tin?
I'd only like being complicit in enlisting more souls to feed. I feel they would fall on us for offering them to death, but I understand the benefits. If you choose to go, I will go with you. I will have your back, but I like an alliance. I don't like that we'll be responsible for ferrying these souls to death.
And go.
I mean, I guess a part of me still hopes that there is another way and that we don't have to do anything for this dragon. You know, everyone keeps on saying that we don't bargain with the dragon, but we're not bargaining. We're just not going to do what he says, right?
I have a question here. Does any, and I'm looking at our guest who is actually bringing this offer to the table, does any of you, the people that is presented by, that is presenting this offer, does anybody actually know why we are doing this? What the incentive is?
What do you mean? Should not be destroyed by the dragon is my incentive.
Yeah, but every Sorcerer King has been doing so. But if they would band together, they would be able to manage this dragon. Why haven't they done so?
Perhaps the answer is because actually, no, they couldn't.
But they haven't tried.
Well, we don't know that.
I don't know that at all.
You have no extra information for us. Something that you
Where
know
would
that
I
we
get
don't
such
know.
information?
Well, from the people that know enough to ask for this proposal. Maybe they would know.
What is your question?
Whether these people that have come up with this proposal actually know more than we do. That's my question.
More about what?
About this levy and about the dragon and why it's been condoned for so long.
My only understanding is because it's the dragon, and if it says I want 1,000 souls every year, then you give it, or you end up like Caledney, or Yaramuk, or Arkhold, or Waverley, or Ebe, or Bodach, or Arala.
Well, Caledney didn't really end up like that because of the dragon, did it?
That's not what I heard.
Okay. I suppose we should bring this message then.
Agree.
Well,
Ra, what do you say?
I think I'm with Tin. I'm not very happy, but if you guys decide, I'll go with it. I'm not the smartest, so I don't feel I should have a vote.
We're all with Tin on this. No one wants to feed the dragon souls.
Has anyone tried talking to it?
I've just had a vision before about someone speaking to a dragon.
Yeah,
It's
something
just-
tells me that
It never goes
it
well.
never ends well.
Has anyone seen the dragon?
Someone must have.
What if it's like a... What if it's not real?
That's exactly what I believe. But is it something we want to risk?
We
bones
can
in the-
plan-
The bones in the desert tell otherwise, huh?
Yeah, I was
We-
about to say, if it's not real, then what happened to all those places? you know.
Also, it's good that we're having this conversation. And I do want to make sure that despite my objection, we're looking to the, is it real? How do we speak to it? How do we fight it? What do we do? And those are all good plans, and they're things that we can consider for the future. Unfortunately, right now, we have to deal with the clear and present. Do we reach out for this alliance? Or don't we?
I say we have to.
Why don't we make an alliance with everyone and we all pull together and then we all go together and we all kill the dragon together?
I think that this alliance may be the first step towards that.
Yes, as your halfling friend says, we are sending envoys to all of the 7 cities.
I mean, can't we do that before sending the sending the people to die?
How soon can you leave?
She like looks to the group because she doesn't know. She's like,
we can leave soon.
Yes. And we should leave soon. If we're going to do this, we need to do it soon because that levy needs to be paid soon. When is it due? Do you know exactly when?
I do not know exactly when, but the High Templars are saying soon. We are in the month of Macro. It's already the 4th month of the year.
So when we do this for you, can you make them sure that you get from the Templars that information to us? This is information that we would need to know.
Yes.
I think Ra wants to ask a question.
she kind of looks to where she thinks Matthias is.
Won't it be a bad look if we are trying to do the thing that we spoke about, but then we're known for sending people to their deaths? Won't we go from being heroes to horrible people?
Well, on one hand, there's a levy to be paid if this is true, which is 1,000 souls. If we're looking to do an alliance where they pay half, we are saving 500 people.
Maybe we can do like a
lesser
volunteer thing
Who's going to want to volunteer to die?
to save.
Look, if you
Perhaps the sick and the elderly.
I would.
If you want to do this in a fair way as a city,
See, we've already got one.
That's Zorak speaking.
No! I thought it was the woman. No!
Zorak, no.
You're in the
old
garden.
Voice.
There we go, Ra. Someone has volunteered.
Well, for Zorak's not going.
I know. But would you volunteer?
The sick and the elderly, perhaps?
How is that fair?
'Cause they've
I'm
got
sorry,
less of a
why
life
are
to
we
live.
even discussing this at all? Why is this even like a thing that you guys are willing to entertain? I am not letting anybody be sacrificed. Anybody.
Agreed. This is why we've recently went to fight the lion. This is this is what we're fighting against. But if this alliance can help out with that way, it could be the first step into taking up a stance against this dragon, if it exists.
look, if you want to do this in a fair way, and this is then my idea, and we shoulder each as Tyrian citizens, free citizens, this responsibility and the inevitability that we need to pay this levy. We make it public knowledge. We deal with the panic, which that will inevitably ensue when we do. If you want to be part of the free city of Tyr and its profits and its revenues, you automatically enter the yearly tombola of 1,000 souls. Whatever rank and whatever position you hold within the city, you go into the lottery. And a lottery of 1,000 names will be drawn every year. That's the way to do it fairly.
I give you about a month before that lottery is
So-
corrupted.
That and whether the whole city will flee empty, because a lot of people will try and flee from that risk.
If there's no fleeing anything, then what would be the point? But
See,
I'm-
that's the problem. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place here.
I'm quite shocked, McFari, that you gave it a month. I would have thought at least an hour, but I agree with you. It would be corrupt. Anyway, this is a conversation for another day. We go from the attentions that we create an alliance that could eventually battle this cost, this dragon, or whatever it is that's taken these souls. That is our main purpose, which is why we went to fight the lion.
And we make the other Sorcerer Kings pay that price, so that at least the price doesn't fall here.
The other Sorcerer Kings will be paying their own toll.
And our toll. That's what we're going out to negotiate now.
Something that I just thought of is that gladiators fight because if they don't, they'll be killed. Why don't we get 1,000 people and say, look, you're going to die. Do you want to die fighting and try and save everyone, or just walk? And then if everyone's 1,000 souls can fight instead, that's 1,000 people.
That's still as barbaric as what it was before. I understand the points where you're coming from. But anyway, the tally, the toll, whatever it's going to be, that could be a discussion for another day. This alliance would need to happen for the first steps into battling this dragon, no?
Agreed.
Yes.
So we go. None of us agree with this toll of 1,000 souls. We're all on the same page here. But regardless, it's going to be paid.
Lingon stands. And she produces from inside her shawl a stained Agafari wooden box, places it on the table. You can see that it's locked, sealed with wax. And the key is likewise sealed with wax onto the top of the lid. The whole wrapped carefully in a bonding ribbon. This is the peerless diadem. This is our opener to convince the Oba of Gulg that our intentions are good. Let's just sweeten the pot a little to catch her own attention. Heavy wardings are placed upon the box. I would caution against trying to open it. Take it directly to Gulg. We will send word ahead via sonic messenger to expect you, and hopefully that will smooth your entrance into the forest city. If there are no further questions, I leave this matter in your hands.
Why is this sealed? Why? I would rather see the prize that we are given to them.
This is how it was given to me.
The last time we did this cost me my friend's life.
I am as much a messenger as you in this.
So who's this come from?
This box?
Mhm.
This box was given to me by my cousin. I was with him when the diadem was placed inside. I'm saying too much. I saw a preserver of mutual acquaintance seal the box and place the wards upon it. A beautiful woman, eyes like amber.
Does that ring a bell?
That was Sadira's code.
Sadira, yeah. Okay.
I saw the diadem placed in the box. It is in there.
And Sadira had a look at it.
Yes.
Well, that's then good enough for me. Matthias, your call.
We leave in the morning.
Mingon, like you weren't aware that she has had her shoulders tense the entire time. And with your acceptance, the tension bleeds out of her. Tyr is once again in your debt. I will take word of your acceptance to Senior Templar Timor and Agis when he deigns to show his face again.
I must ask you to do one more thing for me, my lady.
What is that?
I pull out my dagger and just spin it towards her and pass it to her.
She backs away.
No, I don't, not threateningly or anything like that. It's literally to hand it to her. I do myself first. I cut my thumb and bleed red. I trust you, but we've been fooled before. I ask you just to do one little thing, one little nick like I've just done there.
Why?
If you bleed red, you'll never need to know.
I am not cutting myself on your blade.
Do it on your own blade, if you don't mind. Your cousin knows why.
I am not carrying a blade. This is preposterous.
No, it's not.
Prav
At that
grabs
point,
her
Tin's gonna raise an arrow and say, "You will be cut, whether it's by your choice or ours. We need to know that it bleeds red."
No need
Yeah.
to. Please.
Ra also stood with her Lotulus, like, ready.
Thanks, Ra.
You're welcome.
I don't
been-
seem like I'm the only.
We've been
killer.
infiltrated before. I just need the reassurance, and we will do whatever you need, and I will never question you again.
Security of the city-state of Tyr is depending on it.
Why?
Because it is.
Because there are forces at play here, which we have encountered, that want the downfall of all the
And
city-states.
your cousin knows of these forces as well.
Absolutely.
I understand that you consider this a matter of great importance to you. I have brought you a commission. I have given the peerless diadem into your care. And I trust that my word is sufficient.
You will cut yourself, or you can take your diadem and you can tell Timor and all the other people that we're not doing this.
Your cousin will understand exactly where I'm coming from with this, and he would expect you to do this.
And
Also, you'll have to explain that you are the reason we didn't do this.
Exactly. You can also explain to Lord Timor that you didn't want to do this. And trust me, he will do more than just let yourself cut yourself right here.
I promise it doesn't hurt that much. It's more the psyching yourself up beforehand that gets you stressed. Once you do it, it really doesn't hurt at all. And if you get deep enough, you cut through the nerve and you don't feel anything.
We're not cutting that deep. It's going to be a small. I will prick your finger with the tip of one of my arrows if you want to cut yourself.
That
It will
hurts
barely
more.
hurt, and once we see red, then we accept.
She holds out her hand to you, Constantine.
I pull and I actually heat up the arrow, sanitizing it, and I will prick her. I'm assuming she gave me her hand finger.
Okay. Two things happen at the same time. A bead of white buds on the end of her hand,
I knew it.
and a strike of psychic force slams straight at you, Constantine. Can
Yeah,
you
that's
make
fair.
me a saving throw against death magic, please?
At
Yeah, that's
At
all right.
hearing this, I imagine we might pop into initiative, but at hearing this, would I be able to take my reaction to use my Lotulus on this woman?
Just a second. I want to see the saving throw first. Okay, nice, fine. You shrug off the psychic stab. You can feel your brain reeling from the impact. You're not exactly sure what it was. Some kind of esoteric power. Just give me a quick initiative roll, please, guys.
Okay.
know what?
In
That
my
thought-
fallback, can I just say attack?
That thought only occurred to me in the last second. I was like, hang on a minute.
So close. So close.
For us,
The only reason I didn't bring it up is last time I did, everybody was like, jeez. Like,
Oh my god! That literally just comes. Did everyone else completely forget that? Because I did until the
No.
last second.
No.
I remembered it's just last time when Tim was asking everybody to cut themselves, everybody was like, oh, God. You know?
Bingle
so he was
bangle.
like, not me this
Initiative.
time.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Constantine.
Once it actually registers that I clicked, a 5. I am 5.
Matthias.
6. Oh my
Macfari.
god! I can't believe that.
I rolled, but I don't see anything happening, so I'm not sure if I did it right.
So this wouldn't count as a human, would it?
No. The Alam do not count as human.
I've got a. I'm just gonna
Sorry,
roll a D10.
sorry to ruin your adventure, Mark.
No, not at all.
So
I
it's
like when this
6.
kind of thing happens.
6.
6 for Macfari. Okay, Portek.
14.
14? What are you
Yes.
doing? Sleeping?
I am
Ra?
rolling so badly the last 2 sessions. It's just unbelievable.
I got an 8, but I'm wondering if I get a reaction.
No, you get an initiative roll.
Damn it!
Bing-
I had it ready and everything.
Bingle bangle.
Right,
up
okay.
first.
Well, immediately upon seeing this, he's going to start. He's going to whip out his swinging sticks. And I get 3 hits, right?
Yep.
2 with your main hand, 1 with the offhand.
Okay. And that. Do all of them hit, or
Yeah,
just.
that's 3 solid blows. You
Cool.
literally leap across the room and just whack, 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 start
Yep.
hammering the woman.
Stab first, ask questions later.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay,
32 damage.
22, 31 damage. Okay,
32
yeah,
damage.
her 32. She swings sideways, slams into the side of the sofa, hits the wall, sprawls across one of Matthias's nice coffee tables, bleeding white fluid from nose and mouth, where the contusions from your singing sticks are broken open. Constantine.
All right. Let's. So, yeah, I'm going to use that arrow because freak her, and then 2 more into anything vital I can see. So don't I register
Those
2?
are both most assuredly hits. Yeah, give me damage.
All right.
30, 40. Okay, it's enough now. Stop.
39.
Stop! She's already dead.
Matthias and Macfari, you would be next. But the thing that wears Mingon Asticles' face is peppered full of arrows, rolls sideways, slumps off the coffee table, and lies dead on the floor,
I kneel down, pick up my
spreading pool
dagger,
of white all around her.
and sheath it.
Cast a
I stop.
preservation spell on her.
And we're going to go to break there. We'll be back in a few minutes. Right. You find yourselves staring down at the milk-blooded form of someone or something that called itself Mingon of House Asticles. You have 1 round. What do you guys do?
I pull out my stone dagger
Yep.
and I poke my finger with it.
Okay. Is that your action for the round?
That's my action. I show everybody my blood.
Just so happens that Josal blood is white.
Is it?
Oh,
Is it?
shit.
No, it's
That would be
fine.
really, really embarrassing. Oh.
Just so you guys know, I'm a
Yeah,
bad guy too.
I forgot about that rather important detail. This is awkward. Oh
10 out
god.
of 10 on confidence, though. 10 out of 10 on confidence.
Yeah, just the balls on this guy. The balls.
Okay,
What happened last time again when we met in Elan, guys?
It bled white. It didn't do it.
No. When we killed it, did something happen afterwards? I can't remember.
No.
Okay,
Time to
Portek, are you
behead
taking
it
any
just to be
actions this round?
safe.
I'm casting a dispel magic. Why not?
On what?
Box.
See, that's
The area around you?
Yeah, it's not really irrelevant because it will be Psionics. I can't dispel Psionics.
You can't dispel the box. What about the box?
Take the box with us, I would say.
No,
right?
dispel the box. It's obviously got a ward on it.
That creature was made by the way.
No way, man.
I take the box outside.
You take the box outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want it to explode inside if it explodes.
I wander over to the corpse of the
Okay,
Elan.
hold on. You've had
Sorry.
your action. Vortex is to take the box outside. Constantine?
I'm just gonna back up and knock another arrow, looking around for whatever is gonna break in next to kill us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bagal, Matthias, Ra?
Did this Minji Jinji come with anyone?
She was brought up in a palanquin, and you saw her tell her guards to go wait at the guard post down the street.
Okay. I'm going to go down to the guard post and not make any intentions of trying to kill any of those guys, but I'm just, gonna stand there and be like, hey.
Guard the body. They're coming for the body, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Rara unaware.
I'm gonna keep an eye out. I'm actually gonna can I raise my acrobatics and do my armor check as well?
So you come down the street, sort your armor out, and then start kind of bopping some moves in front of them.
Yeah. Like,
What is that?
hey
Nothing to
guys.
see.
All right, Bingo.
Hey,
All right, Bingo
how's it
Bango.
going? Yeah.
Looking limber there.
This is normal.
Okay, right. Matthias?
I go over to the corner of the room, kick over a table to take cover and prepare my blow gun for anything that literally appears, like taking cover.
Yes. And Ra?
Ra, not knowing it's over, just keeps lashing at the body with her two legs, and it's just like, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Yeah, there's a kind of cabbagey noise coming from somewhere down near where your Latulis is.
I think you've killed it.
I'm like, is Zorak okay?
He's fine. He is fine. And I will
Okay.
I'll take out my.
There's
my
a sudden
short
rush
sword and
of
hand it to
air
him.
from the center of the room.
Nice.
Dispels breeze all across all of you, little twirling bits of dust around it. Standing in the air, should I say, hanging, is a shimmering form. You can see no feature, no discernible form of identity, but psionic energy radiates out of it. And from its outstretched arms, you can see like little stars twinkling in the air around its fingertips.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds pretty. Wish I could see it.
I take a picture with my cell phone
Okay.
and I send it to Ra.
All right. There is an overwhelming blast of mental agony that comes hurtling out of the thing in the center of the room. There's no need for me to roll for any of this, but it's safe to say that, yes, all of you feel your psychic defenses shatter completely under the wave of psionic energy. This doesn't include Portek, who's outside, and this doesn't include Ra, Bingle Bangle, who's down the street having a merry jig. Okay, and then seconds later, there is another psionic outburst from the same thing. 2 in a single round.
Does my thing go off?
What thing?
I was going to shoot whatever comes and appears.
No, you'll get that
I,
after it's acted.
if I'm able, I would yell and tell Zorak to run. I don't know if I'm able to.
Okay. The shimmering psychic field around it dims slightly. And across the entire chamber, a deathly cold settles all around you. And I want death saves from four of you who are still in the chamber.
You know, I'm really starting to be very happy about the fact that I decided to go jig down the street.
It worked out well for you.
Yeah.
That's a 17, Mark.
That's death magic?
Death magic, yes. So Tin, that's a save. Matthias, that's a save. Panda, that's a save.
Why is nothing happening?
I'm going to roll you a d20 here on out.
Yeah, I'll just roll a d20. Hold on.
Go to 16.
Yeah. Yeah, I like yours.
I did say I would do it for you. I did say I would do it for you, so we'll let that one stand. Okay. So as I said, a horrendous, chilling field of nothingness settles around all of you. You can feel it tugging at your innards. Yet your spirits are strong, heroes of Tyr, and you resist the death field.
Jesus.
Now we can have initiative, please.
That would have been the shortest
I have
character
a
ever.
arrow knockball.
The shortest character ever is Kiryakov Kalashnikov, who headed down a 240-foot shaft on a rope checking for traps, missed the trap that cut the rope 20 feet above his head. And he fell 220 feet.
How long had you been belaying him when that happened?
15 minutes.
Hey, wow.
Mark,
Mark,
shot
Tin had... Yeah, I was about to say,
and then
Matthias...
at the end of that round... during that round, Matthias and Tin, you can both take your shots before you roll for initiative.
Does a 27 hit?
A 27 does not hit, no.
There's a 35 hit.
35 does hit, and then the arrow appears on the opposite side of the figure and slams into the wall.
My dart does as well, yeah?
The same happens to the dart is a miss. That's a natural one.
It was a 35 to hit.
Oh, second one. Sorry. Yes, I see it. That's also that's the dart. Yeah, I meant dart, not arrow. Okay, give me initiative, please. Bingle bangle.
Am I still out?
This is just in case you hear something or something.
Okay.
There's a.
Okay, very convenient hearing. Right. Okay.
Constantine, I see a 3. Matthias, that's a 13.
I got a 5.
Yeah, gotcha. McFarry, is that a 6 for initiative there?
Yes, 6 plus whatever I end up doing. I need to read up a spell.
Portek. Nice. And Ra. I didn't catch
7.
7. Thank you. Okay, Portek.
Portek,
you're in the garden. You there's a sudden flood of light comes out from the house, illuminating the garden as if a brilliant number of candles were all burning inside there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back over your shoulder, you see the shining form hanging in the air and can almost sense, as ripples in the air itself, pulses of psychic energy striking out toward your companions.
Do I see that the missile goes through it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thrust the item which is in my hand. I thrust it into the earth.
Okay. Sinks out of sight, buried beneath the earth.
And I immediately start casting.
No, using your granted power is an action.
Yeah. That's my next action.
Casting is next round.
Yeah.
10.
Oh, so you said I watched his bolt go right through
Yeah,
the...
you saw it go right through. Yeah. You'll seem to be deflected by the light aura at the last minute.
Yeah, then I'm gonna change to my I'll have to change my action to switch up to my quarterstaff.
Yep, no problem.
And instead of the bow, I'm gonna start casting bone iron.
Nice. Okay. What's the casting time on that?
1 round.
Oh, okay, a whole round. Alrighty. Okay, so McFarry.
My initiative is modified by 3, so it's going to be a 9.
9. Okay.
I start casting.
Yeah, Bengal, down the end of the street. One of the guards is like What you up to, Bingle Bangle?
Not much. Just thought I'd make sure you guys are doing all right. You want anything? Water, food? I mean,
A plate of that loaf meat that is cooked meat.
yeah, love me. All right, you guys just stay here. Still a lot of official meeting stuff happening.
She's not giving you too much trouble, is she?
No, never. It's just fine.
She's had a right up the last couple of days.
Things are
Barely
milky
recognise her.
white.
Oh, really? From when? When exactly?
She just seemed a bit off, didn't she? She seemed off to you. She seemed quite a bit off to me, actually. I was very offended the other day.
Oh, why? What possibly could have happened?
Well, we cut back to Ra.
Hearing this, noise from the center of the room, Ra would just instinctively charge forward, as you do.
Yeah,
with
you have
my
literally
Latulis.
felt something. You've literally felt something slam into you and break what meager psionic defenses you have, a handful of PSPs that your character has. Yes, carry on.
May I? Because technically, last turn I did do that "nyeh" on the corpse. Would that count as my 2? So then this round I get 3.
Yes, come on.
Yay! All right.
Don't you start with a 3?
No, I start with a 2, then I go to a 3. So a 21 and a 25 don't hit, but there's a 31.
31 does not. You manage to slam the sharp end of the Latulis in, and you can actually feel this resistance that prevents the blade from penetrating all the way
Did you get
through.
+1 from me being in front of the combat.
Oh,
That would still
Mark,
not be enough.
Did you happen to see my my message?
I just saw that the casting time was actually 2, so yeah, you have an action good to go now.
I would, after feeling it not penetrate, if I'm able to, I would then like to back away. I think my boots allow me to disengage or something or something.
Yeah, you can leap away with them quite easily.
I would like
yes.
to leap away, and as I leap away, I want to call Zorak and make sure that he is out of this room, like he's gone.
Already dead.
Okay, so from the garden, you hear Zorak. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Just
It's very bright.
Run home! Run home!
Okay, so you call for him to run home, and what you don't see is his face hardened and set in the garden. And he shakes his head and strides toward the house.
Yes, the hero. Earning the
Okay.
respect of the other heroes.
There is a lance of psychic energy, psychokinetic force streaks out and strikes your Latulis. Can you roll me a d20, please?
Oh, that's not a good sign, is it? 6.
6 is good.
6.
Is that good? I
Okay,
don't know if
there
that's
is a high power energy through the Latulis, and then it shatters, becoming nothing but fine dust that falls away beneath your grasp.
My baby!
That's not good.
That's low.
Yikes.
That's worth so much money.
I know. I remember.
Okay. And Matthias, your naked mind thoroughly exposed, a voice you can't tell whether it's man or woman, simply says, "Give it to me. Give it to me and you will live." McFarry, your spell goes off.
So I produce a small rod of iron and cast a hold person spell on the individual in the middle of the room.
Wow, that's ambitious.
I don't know what it is. Is it even a person? Can I use it?
Okay. I am going to roll a saving throw. That almost rolled onto a natural 1 on my screen. I don't know if that was the same for everyone
Oh
else.
no!
But yeah, it's a 13, so that is most assuredly a save.
Then
The
my
hold spell-
move action is to
Yes.
rapid retreat outside.
Run away.
I take my Lakora with me because I have a plan.
Cool. Tin, did you want to have an action? Because your Shillelagh spell goes off nice and quick there.
Well, he will say he went last because he's not used to this yet. Oh no, seeing the Latulis break, I would take up a defensive stance in front, like move towards Ra and take up a defensive stance.
Are you trying to say wall of wood?
Yes, wall of wood.
Yes, it's a
Wall of wood with my acrobatics and defense. Oh. So I'm
Okay,
at my full,
Constantine has very clearly been practicing long and hard with his quarterstaff, and it shows. Matthias,
I'm good with this wood.
You said wood.
See, I'm confused because so he attacked the Latulis because it was steel, yeah?
You don't know why, but he certainly can't target the Latulis.
But my darts was steel as well, so that didn't hit it either, no?
The darts went through him.
Yeah, and they were steel.
They were steel, yes.
I throw Ra my longsword and called out to catch.
Yep, just throw a sword at a blind woman. Good
I've done it
idea.
before. I call out, tell her to catch the longsword, and I throw my steel longsword.
Dex check from both of you, please.
Do I need to roll?
Check.
First to throw accurately, the second to catch accurately.
Do I need to roll?
Yes, you need to roll.
How do I roll that? I don't see it on the.
At the very top of the abilities, there's a row of
yes.
silver buttons.
You're quite right. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Mark, I sent you a message in chat. I don't know. If
The answer is no, Arnott. The sword spangles off your wrist, clatters to the ground. You fail to snare it from the air, which is not really fair, given that you can't see it. Initiative, please.
Oh, is that my action complete, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can move if you want.
Well, I say, give you what, and I will attempt to hide somewhere. Can I hide on my turn?
As a move, actually, as part of your move, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Initiative, please, from Bingle Bangle.
I got an 8.
8. Constantine.
Crying baby. Hold on one second. Crying child. Crying
Is
child.
that code?
No, I have a crying child. Naked asses in the air, crying.
Do you have initiative for me?
2 is in the number of cheeks I see right now.
There you go. Matthias.
9.
9. McFurry.
8.
McFlurry.
Sounds like the name of a TV show. Portek.
I want a McFlurry now.
Sounds like a
Not
Star
Portek.
Wars race.
Yes, Portek.
I've had quite a range of things. It sounds like now.
9. And Ra, what were you?
8.
8. Wow, you guys are all really slow this round.
Hey,
Except for
that-
10.
That's
He's gone.
You know.
Disappears.
What a
He's
oh,
back.
He's just back in time.
I'm
Just
back
in
again.
time.
Back again like a renegade master.
So what's it going to be, Constantine?
Muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah. Well, she dropped that sword, so he's still defensively in front of Ra.
Gotcha.
He's still defense.
Okay, so you're taking up full defense for the entirety of the round.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. There's another explosion of psychic force lancing into both you and Ra. Both of you, almost like a shrieking cone of psionic energy strikes out at you. And agony slices to the heart of your psyche. And deals 10, 20, 8, 36 damage to each of you. Constantine, that puts you on 21.
I'm legal.
Ra, that puts you on, I think it's, 36, that's 96. No, 93. Okay. Bengal, Macfari, and Ra are all next. Bingle Bangle, you hear a sound of it sounds like Ra shouting, "No, my baby!" And then something metal clanking just echoes over the wall of the estate.
Yeah, none of that's probably any good at all.
You gonna stay and hang with the dudes?
No, I'm not gonna stay and hang with
a beer.
the dudes. God, okay. Don't make us a weird trio, alright? I'm leaving.
Help us!
No, I don't think so. Catch you later, dudes.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to interrupt whoever has been talking on at me, and I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, that sounds really interesting. Look, listen, you wanted some kind of bread or whatever, right? I'll go get that for you. Find out who's making all that ruckus. It's probably Ra. She's probably walked into a door again. You know how it is, blind giants and stuff. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you in a bit then. You just stay out here, guard the palanquin. All right.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Okay, and then you go racing back to the house.
Yes.
Okay, so as you come skidding into the front courtyard, you indeed see this glowing humanoid shape, arms outstretched, stars encircling wrists and orbiting fingertips. And there are these pulses of psychic energy flying back and forward inside the main meeting room in the villa. You can see there's tables overturned. It's a real mess in there. So you could use your movement to get here. You can take an action if you want to.
Okay.
If this is happening at the same time as Macfari, I want to do something that might benefit her.
Go.
Okay, I'm going to do pull out the place down the Lacora and start doing a warbling throat song that is going to inspire my allies.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
What's your inspiration at? +2?
+2, yeah.
He's
All
a
right,
proper
Is
bard.
Macfari a bard, by the way? It hasn't
He
been
is, yes.
established. Yeah, I thought so.
He's more than just a bard, but he is a bard.
Uh-huh.
He also writes his own songs.
Oh,
He does.
God.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah, we
It's
know.
one of the most unearthly sounds you've heard. A double-throated warbling that nevertheless swirls around you, teasing you onward with its heroic strains.
So everybody gets +2 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
So, any actions for Bingle Bangle?
Yes, I wanted to ask you, DM, does this figure in front of me look familiar at all? As in, like, is she the goddess at all, perhaps?
You don't know what this is. A weird, glowing humanoid form, seeming to shine like the heart of the sun. No visible features or form of identification. Arms outstretched and these tiny, beautiful motes of starlight glimmering and shining all around its hands.
Okay.
And it also appears to be trying to kill your friends with its mind.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm worried about. Can I say... Maybe say in Halfling, I'm gonna take cover behind somewhere, and I'm just going in Halfling to say, stop attacking my friends, let us discuss this. Because I don't actually know what she's here for, but meh.
Okay. At the same time as that, Macfari, you've done your Inspire Allies, and Ra, likewise you.
So, I don't have a weapon right now.
There's one on the floor.
I know that there's one on the
nearby.
floor. Would I be able to find it at all?
Yeah, sure. You can feel around with your hands. Then it brushes the cold metal. Is it metal, Matthias?
Steel, yeah.
The cold metal of Matthias's steel sword. You grip it, rise. Are you attacking with it?
I would do. The problem is I don't have the stats for it.
Okay, just roll a straight d20. I've got.
Sorry,
I
thank
believe
you.
it's fine. It's fine.
And it would be a plus. What was it again? Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, I've got one for a sword here for you. So just give me a d20.
2.
A 2. Okay, so no, that's an end total of like 13. So no.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good.
You have not used that something. It's like a toothpick. You swing it, you almost lose grip on the damn thing. small weapons.
He
for
gets
little
plus
people, I have to
two,
remember.
+2 to the attack, though.
Get another.
But
I
you
said
feel quite
the
inspired
AC
while
is
you're
like
doing it.
30 plus, so I don't think I'm close.
Don't you get another attack then?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would because I spent some of my
No,
time
you
finding it.
and you restart. You kind of with a new weapon. Okay, Matthias and Portek.
I'll go first if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I carefully gather the energies from the garden needed, and I cast a haste spell on all my allies.
Okay, system shock rolls for everybody, please. You feel your heart rates pump up to higher intensity and begin to surge blood and energy through your bodies. So if you go to your first page. So Matthias passes. Akfari passes.
Where do we find the system shot?
Yeah, I'm confused too.
It's on Constitution. If you
Under
look on the
ability
Constitution line,
attributes.
there should be a little line.
Oh, I see.
Constantine passes.
Do I pass?
Protect passes.
Everyone passes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so no one suffers a fatal heart attack as a result of the haste spell.
Huzzah!
But you all get an
Yay.
extra action, and your initiative goes down with 2.
Wow.
Yeah, and everyone ages a year.
What? What?
What?
What?
Yep.
I didn't ask for this.
So
I'm
maybe
in my
you want to run that by
prime.
people next time you do that.
Well,
Correction, you were in your prime.
Asshole.
Just hit middle age in the middle of a fight.
We should have
stats
kept
just
you
now
dead.
changed.
Have you jumped to the next category?
Yes.
So actually, in your case, it is actually true.
I literally am
Okay.
middle age now.
Right. Okay. So I will check the stats for that in just a second. I'm just
My
quickly
strength
noting
goes
all
down
these.
by 1. My wisdom goes up by 1.
No, you don't get the wisdom bonus, unfortunately. You just lose the. You have to age.
Oh,
into
is it?
that.
According to the thing, it says there's a shift. No, I'll check.
There is. If you age through it, there is. But if it happens to you automatically, you haven't actually acquired the wisdom of those years.
Okay. Well, I want to talk to you too because I want to know when my birthday is because that might even matter.
Yeah, I'm abstracting it at the moment, but yes, fair enough. Okay, so Portek, you wreak havoc with your companions' life forces, but they do get an extra action, and their speed is doubled, and they get a 2-point bonus on the initiative. And finally,
Thanks, you
Matthias.
dick.
Wait. Do we get an extra action also this round?
No.
Oh, it's on the next round.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I've been trying out some crazy freaking house rules with haste
Yeah.
in my table face-to-face game here. So no, just by the book, please.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, Matthias.
I guess I try to throw darts. Well, the darts did. I'm just gonna have to try. I mean, that's the only thing I've got. That's still. I'll throw the darts again. I get an extra attack, do I?
You get a whole extra round worth of actions, so you double your attack rate.
Oh wow! So that's 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Haste is nice that way.
I'm just glad Tick Tick wasn't here because he would have aged
I'm
because they only live like 6 years.
2 hits.
So that's
Just
25,
dies of old age.
25, 37, 30, 38, 30, and 22.
Okay, they all pass through the glimmering entity,
Okay. Even the crit, yeah.
thudding into the wall on the far side. All of them.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't actually. You don't think they're ever actually coming anywhere near it.
Right. Okay.
It's as if there were a doorway in front and behind, and what passes in one doorway comes out the other.
I back out the room completely. There's nothing I can do.
Okay, and let's have initiative, please.
Did what I do have any effect? Do we know?
What, whacking it with your sticks?
No, I was saying hello.
I was saying hello. It hasn't responded to that. A 1, hooray!
Ugh.
Okay.
It left you on red.
Bruh.
Yeah. Okay. Bingle Bangle.
Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm
holding on.
doing.
8.
I see an 8 there.
Yeah.
Remember,
Constantine.
we've got hasted, so whatever that does.
Oh,
So
so
yeah, minus
6.
is 2, right?
Yeah, minus
Yeah,
2.
so 6. Okay.
Minus 6.
Constantine.
Let me.
Matthias, I'll come back to you.
11.
Thank you.
11. McFarry?
9.
9. Portek?
9.
5.
9.
I'm casting a spell on my
And
on
Ra.
my bone sword.
5.
5. Okay, and what's your initiative, Constantine?
1 round.
Starting when?
I'm rolling right now. I'm on a 5.
5.
-2, I think it was because of the haste.
So on a 3. Okay. Nice. Well, at the very beginning of the round, the psychic creature does it again. Another murderous, pummeling blast of psychic energy, seeing that this is proving most effective. 18, 28, 38. Okay. And can I get saves from both of you, please?
Against
Spells.
which save?
This one's against spells.
Nope. I'm
Ra?
good.
You get +2 on that from the bard.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not
Still not
enough.
going to put it up. Panda?
I think she's
He's having a bit of a
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
That's all right. I needed a save against spells from you.
Save against spells. Sorry about that. I think I've got a nosebleed coming, so I've just been like, get the tissues just in case. And that's a
Oh my
3.
goodness.
I don't know
Oh
if that's
goodness.
good.
No, that's terrible.
Oh dear. I have an inspiration if you want it.
I would definitely need it because I'm at 21. I think he said something about 38.
Yeah, I think Tin needs it more.
What do you have? Which kind of D is it?
It's a D20.
Oh, is that just another straight roll?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah?
Oh, come on. What is it this time? 11 plus the 2 would be 13, which is
That's
greater than the
nice.
12.
Yes. Okay, so Ra takes 38 damage. Which
Oof.
puts it on
good.
55.
Oh, she's on little people points now.
And Constantine doesn't take any damage thanks to the inspiration. Both the die roll and the throat singing.
Thank you, Pingal.
Yeah, you're welcome. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Matthias, there is another whisper of psychic energy in your mind. Give me back the box, or I will kill you all.
I look to Portek and say, Portek, we need to give back the box. It would leave us be.
Okay, Constantine, action.
Now I am actually using the right spell. I'm using Bone Iron on my my exceptional bone short sword or a long sword, and
Yep.
if possible, I am handing it to Ra.
Okay, so this you start casting it this round, though. It takes a round.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
ready this time next round.
Yes, assuming I'm not dead.
Okay. Right. Portek, Ra, and Noise in the Street. So, who goes first?
Noise in the street.
Oh, you mean
Noise in
me?
the Street? No, Portek or Ra, and there is a noise in the street. Who's going first?
Just a quick question. So my Latulus is steel. The sword given to me
Was-
by Matthias is steel.
Yes.
And I'm now being given one made of bone by Constantine.
It's bone, but it counts as metal. It's an enchanted weapon.
Okay, I will take that and feeling that it is something different.
Oh, it's not done yet. I'm currently working on it. It's currently, I'm charging
sorry.
it.
I will hold my action then because
You'd lose it.
I'll lose it.
You would lose
Oh.
it, yeah. Use it.
It's going to take him until next round to get it finished.
I'm going to once again call out to Zorak because I don't want to hit it again because it does nothing. And just yell out and be like, "Are you gone?"
Zorak, you can see, has strode now to the door of the house, and there his courage fails him momentarily. The rest of you can see him staring in surprise and shock at the gleaming figure. He just says, "No, I'm not gone."
Oh my god.
And she looks angry. I've probably never seen her angry before.
The thing, hearing the new arrival, turns its featureless head round to face Zorak. From the street comes the sound of shouting voices, running feet. And you can see, looking, those of you in the garden, a group of the Tyrian Guard have come rushing to the street and spill into the villa, into its courtyard. Portrait, you're in the garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Matthias, did you run out to the garden?
Yeah, I'm in the garden.
Yeah. Okay, right. There is a woman in a grey robe with a small leather skull cap on. She strides in through a small pathway made by the guards as they part ways, and you can see her brow furrow as she launches some kind of psychic probe against the figure in the house. Okay. Portek?
I launch a magic missile at it.
Give me damage for that, please.
Yes. Spells. Wizard. 1 magic missile damage. Bang. That's 1. It's at level 7. That's how many? 3, right? No. Yeah. 4. 17 points of damage.
17. Okay. To your delight, these seem to get through. There are 4 brief pulses of crimson energy across the thing's shimmering form as the magical force burrows through whatever defenses it has and strikes home.
I sink into the ground for my second action.
A simple spell, but a very hard one to stop. And then you drop out of sight. Bagal.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more. Yes, I want to do something.
Go ahead, tell me what it is.
Okay, thanks. I will.
Good.
Yeah, all right. It is.
Yeah, good.
I know it is.
Yeah, okay. Anyway. So that didn't do anything, right? Him trying to talk to it at all?
It doesn't appear to have responded to a plea in the halfling tongue, no.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna get GTFO. So, I guess he would have probably been hearing Ra yelling at her boyfriend.
Yeah, you see, and you've seen the guards come in, and whoever this other scientist is. Definitely, yeah. You can see Zorak standing in the doorway. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I may be small, but I grab basically onto his wrist with both of my hands, and I sort of start tugging him, and I'm like, "Yeah, we need to leave now-ish. Now would be great. Let's get going out into the garden, please."
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then I sort of
Cecilia
call to
could look
Ra.
after herself. Yes.
I call to Ra and do the same, and I tell her like, "Okay, we gotta go. Let's go."
Just a quick question. Ra obviously wouldn't know, but just like cinematically, does it appear like Zorak brought the people with him, or is it like they've shown up separately?
They've shown up separately. They weren't brought by Zorak. If anything, they were alerted by the other guards.
Got you. Sorry, I wasn't sure, and I was like, I know she wouldn't know, but I was just curious.
Yeah, for sure. McFarry.
I'm going to continue my inspiration.
Okay, continue your beautiful throat singing. It rises now to even more adventurous heights. True virtuoso of the throat.
I am out of visual line of sight of this thing. I am nowhere near this thing. I hope he can't see me.
Where's that throat singing coming from? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm outside the walls singing my heart out.
Okay, and finally Matthias.
Blue eyes. No, anyway.
Baby's got blue eyes.
But I'm hasted, so it's really fast. I don't know.
Yeah.
With
like 78.
With the multiple actions with haste, does that mean I still have another action?
Yes, it does.
Am I able to, after hearing this, grab Tin and leave?
Yes.
I would like to do that. Like, I know that Tin's doing something, but I'm going to grab him and pull him in the
That will
direction I
disrupt
heard.
his spell.
Whatever. I'm going to take him where Bengal is.
You lose the bone iron, but you are picked off your feet by Ra and carried bodily out into the garden. Matthias.
I'm just gonna spread out. Obviously, I see these people come in.
Yeah.
I look to them and say, oh, I can't hurt it, can't touch it, and just go defensively and hide into the shadows.
Okay. Lighting out from the main house, hiding in the shadows, backing away into the garden. The tableau hangs before you for only a few moments longer. There's another brief back and forth interplay of barely perceptible psychic energy between the figure hanging in the main room of your villa and the newly arrived psionicist. Then, without any further warning, it simply winks out. The woman in the grey dress drops to one knee. One of the guards steps forward. You've seen him before, Captain Zalkor. Long neck, big moustache.
Hand her some water.
Please, allow me, headmistress. You get her some water.
Yeah.
She gratefully thanks it as the guards, with your permission, proceed to do a quick perimeter patrol, check in
Grab a
the
chair
house.
for her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What happened? I couldn't hit. What was it? What?
It was an alarm.
That
Well,
No.
was no elan.
whatever it was summoned here by it. It's death.
What was that?
That, I believe, was a psionicist of the Order.
That would make sense.
They're the ones that create the alarm, right?
Yes.
Is it
I did
gone?
nothing.
That was
Yes, it
crazy,
is.
right?
Everyone
That's
just
one
stunned
of those
silence after hearing him be like, crazy guy.
Woo!
Yes.
All
Very
I could do
crazy.
was threaten to expose it, to break down its psychic barriers. I could not hope to best it. I trusted that would be sufficient to drive it from the field of combat.
If you would
I valued
expose it,
its
that it would.
secrecy above all else. Yes.
That's good to know. We have no real answer against their onslaught.
What brought it here? My apologies. I am being rude. I am Sasha Strimman,
We
mistress of the School of Thought.
we exposed one of its elans and killed it.
Thank you for your assistance. And while I'm thanking it, I'm going to be using medicine and cure light wounds on Ra.
While Tin is doing that, Ra is going to try and hug gently the person. And just, it's gentle, but then there's like a slight squeeze, and she's just like, thank you. Thank you.
Very good, my dear. Very good, my dear. A little distance, please, and some decorum. Well, you seem to have stumbled across something rather interesting. Do you mind, out of professional curiosity, of course, if I ask what it might be?
Is she talking about the box?
What might what be? Sorry.
What box?
No,
Oh.
that was out of character. Is she talking about the box?
No, I'm asking her my questions. What do you might what be? What we stumbled upon?
Yes.
An elan, as we just explained to you.
Doing what?
Posing
As
another person.
As somebody representing the leadership of Tyr, trying to put us on a mission.
They have replaced someone in the council.
And is she on the council? I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
no. Her
No.
cousin is. Time to cut her hand.
Yeah, I
I
just
like
popped
it.
that in chat. Like, we gotta check. I mean,
I'm just going to start carrying a needle around.
Everybody just. What are you doing? Nothing. That wasn't me.
There's a lot of
Nothing
bugs
to
here. There's a lot of bugs. Just a lot of bugs.
oh, think of how useful that would be if we could control mosquitoes. Just get one to go over, draw some blood, come back, squash it. Ooh,
Yeah,
okay,
Tick Tick.
good.
Why can't we control bugs? I feel like that should be a mandatory thing if you're playing a Kreen, that you can like control other bugs.
Who are you talking to?
I'm wondering aloud to myself about my good friend Tick Tick.
Yeah, Tick Tick, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever he is.
You need to get Boas on board for that. Sorry.
Yeah. One of those cool Hive Master druids.
Uh-huh.
Very well. I understand this is clearly a matter that you have some reasonable amount of justification for caution.
Yes.
If there is any way I can be of assistance.
How did you find out that it was happening?
You can cut yourself.
Or maybe send
She
some healers to take
produces
care of the
a
wounded.
small silver blade, slices across her palm and shows you the red.
Okay, she's cool.
You need
If
not
you have
worry
any
about me,
healers.
my little friend.
I am sorry, but we are worrying about everybody, even ourselves at the moment.
Speak for yourself.
How do you
I'm
think-
fine.
Rock
We're
covered in
doing-
her own blood is like,
Yes,
I think I'm
skin
okay.
covered in blood.
Sorry, you're saying?
How do you think we're doing? We're under continual scrutiny and investigation by the Temperate, who are convinced that the School of Thought is a hotbed of order infiltrators.
Well, you can't hardly
I can
blame
think
them,
of-
can you?
It's quite literally the worst possible place to hide.
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, it's also the place where you find mind workers, will workers. So,
Yes, well, we know how to deal with a closed mind.
unfortunately, our entourage here has very little to defend ourselves from the likes of these.
Oh, well, you should come for classes. The rates are very reasonable.
Well, I think I have
I could
applied. I
offer you
just
a
need to
group
find
discount.
time.
A group discount.
Yes. I'm sure you could all benefit from a little, I don't know, direction to your latent abilities.
I can speak with a plant.
Well, if you ever come across a hunting cactus in the desert, that might prove to be a useful ability.
At least
You
you
know,
could.
they don't see organic life other than themselves as having any sentience.
Yes. We are always wary of cactuses, aren't we, Tin?
Mac,
Don't want
is
to talk about it.
Is it just one plant or all plants? Because if it's just one, how does that work?
Well, actually, I can make myself more like a plant, so that the plant doesn't mind me. I don't really know how.
Why
to do
is
like-
it that every
like me with
time,
my
every
tree
single
legs.
time that we have a serious conversation, it always ends up as us going, I can talk to plants. I have tree legs. I'm doing all this stuff. Every time.
Bingo, this is the first time that's happened.
No, man. I'm talking like, universally.
He's right.
Anyway, we will
but
look to sign up for classes. That is something that I was looking to do myself.
Would you be able to teach us? What
Oh,
would
yes,
be
of course.
What would you be able to teach us?
Well, I could teach you rudimentary psychic powers, telepathic defenses, telepathic attacks. There's a variety of things that would be within your reach.
And for those of us that already have some kind of power, would you be able to expand that?
Yes, of course. Oh, yes. The mind is a canvas without limits.
Mm.
One need merely have the confidence to create art.
You should have seen what I did the other day.
That was really poetic. I like that. I might use that as a lyric.
But thank
Well,
you anyway for turning up.
Mistress, your name?
Sycia Strimman.
Sycia Strimman. Mistress Strimman. Who would we need to approach to provide us insight into defending us from these onslaughts?
As I say, we can offer you classes. Perhaps one of you might be able to unlock a particular wild talent. Actual training as a student of the way, of course, is a discipline that requires years. But for the for the gadabout or the modern adventurer, we can see what we can do.
does anybody else want to know what's in the box?
Very badly.
This will.
I do, but I don't fool myself into thinking that you'll allow me to stay to see. With your permissions, I need to go make a report of this incident.
Please
Can you
do.
dispatch healers back to our location?
We can offer healing at reasonable rates. Would you like me to send?
No,
Insonic
that
healers?
is fine. We can take care of it ourselves. I'm not sure why we would need
We have
healers.
healers. We're good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Again for turning up.
Please, and if there's any way I could be of assistance, you can see her kind of staring at the body, clearly wanting to get over and have a good dig around inside its cabbages.
So
If there's
feel
anything I
free
can do of
to have a look
assistance,
if you wish.
If there's something you can glean from it that we don't know how to, we have been unable to glean any information from the remains of
For that, we'd
Elans.
need to take it into the school. But
Well, let me quickly
perhaps
check it for
I will
items
I will-
and take it.
I will return with within the hour, shall I say, with some bearers to take it to the school, and we can perform a proper examination if you'd like.
Very good.
Yes, please.
Very well. And she strides off, and you can already see she's pulled out a long burgundy crystal rod and appears to be speaking into it. Captain Zalkor has been waiting patiently for your conversation to finish. If you don't mind, sirs, madams, could I ask you a few questions about what happened here? We understood that there was a manifestation of the way of some considerable magnitude. And I can see here that we have one of those dead Ellens.
That's what triggered it. Yes.
Elan.
Yes. The Alan was actually disguised as, what was her name? Sorry, Mark.
Mingon of Asticles.
I'll say. So we don't know what actually happens to the real her. So you may want to follow that up as well.
Yes, her brother Semponius is in town at the moment. I'll ask him if he has.
Please do, and obviously please check the usual protocols.
Yes, of course.
I have a feeling it hasn't been too long since she's been replaced, as it were. So, if it's possible,
what makes
bring
you
her
say
home
that?
alive.
What makes you say that, young sir?
Well, I got talking to some of the guards outside that, do her palanquin, and apparently she's been acting a little bit strange these last couple of weeks.
Was it weeks or days?
That's extremely
Days, I
useful
think.
information. That's very useful. Thank you very much, Bengal.
Yeah.
Very good. Could I ask what it was that you discovered the Ellen doing?
Existing.
They were trying to
I
send
heard
us.
you say something that she was trying to send you on some kind of
They were
mission.
trying to send us to somewhere. To
Yeah,
Gulg.
we're going to follow up on this and figure out where that has come from. If you don't mind,
Do you mind if I ask you in my official capacity, sir?
Sure. They wanted to send us to Gulg
Gulg.
for an alliance. But something didn't seem right, which is what happened here.
Understood. Thank you very much. I will, of course, take this matter to my superiors. If I have any further questions for you, please remain within tier for at least the next 24 hours.
We could. I handed my dagger. Could you, please?
Oh, yes, of course. And he cuts his palm to show red.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Lads. Calls his guards to attention and nods politely and leads them out into the street.
I'll search the body, see if there's anything.
Okay, well, she's wearing she had a very nice dress, which has been torn to shreds, made of Ishimoth silk, one of Tyr's most famed products. She has various items of jewelry on her, a small necklace, a large necklace, earrings, and 3 rings, totaling a grand total of 106 gold pieces.
Putting all of them into the pouch, I looked at the group. These obviously belong to my friend.
Yes,
If they do not, then we will split them out among the group.
clearly.
I hope his cousin is okay.
Anyone else have their heart racing? That's quite a feeling.
Portek, what was that?
It was a haste spell, making you faster so you could do more things at the same amount of time.
Is that it?
That is it. It's a risky spell. I don't cast it often.
That's really
Interesting.
handy. It helped us a lot. Thank you.
It was needed considering the circumstances.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I feel quite embarrassed. I was not able to do anything.
Likewise, Ra.
Nor was I.
Don't worry about your weapon. We'll get that replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a foe.
Hopefully we can find another one like it.
Did any of you hit it with a magical weapon?
Nope.
We haven't. No, we've only got one magical weapon.
Who was that?
I tried to hit it with a spell, but it shrugged it off.
My spell hit. My magic missile spell it hit.
I wasn't able to get enough, close enough to use the Sword of Camelot, and I'm not. Even if I did try and get close enough, I don't think I'd last very long.
Well, as soon as we have another occasion like this, please make sure to try, because as you can see, we have very little to do to actually hit something like that with this.
I'll try, but on the condition that you spellcasters in the group do whatever you can to try and make me not die.
I have an idea.
Is what we're
I have no
doing.
magic item to use. We have very little magic items to throw at this being.
Do they make magic Lotuluses?
Magic is very hard to come by.
Yes.
Oh. Well, if we
It's
find one, that
possible.
might be a good idea. Sorry?
It's possible. Maitan Lubar, the head of the Lubar family, you've killed 2 of his sons now, has a magic steel sword.
That's pretty cool.
I heard it speak to him once.
Oh.
Speak?
Yes, a voice came out of it. It was a metal voice.
Well, that's the last thing we want, is anything speaking to us. Influencing, maybe? I don't know. But that's good knowledge to know. Maybe he's being influenced somehow.
We'll have to keep an
Regardless.
eye out for that.
Perhaps one day I'll be able to fashion such an item for you, but that is as yet out of my reach.
Well, welcome, anyway. Makvari.
Yeah, your music was most uplifting.
Good initiation.
I'm glad it helped.
Ra, your
so much
friend
I could
here.
do.
Obviously needs to go through an initiation himself.
Zorak?
I've already done it.
Good to hear. Welcome to the group then.
He's gonna be a great addition. He's really smart.
Exciting.
We need to contact Sadira.
Yes, I believe that is in order.
And we need to do it with all haste. And we need to bring this thing to her.
Well,
We're still not going to try and open it?
I don't
I don't
dare
think we
open
should.
it.
Where is it currently?
It's hidden.
Good.
Perhaps we should ask Sadira to come here. Moving it around might attract attention.
I think that's not a bad idea, actually.
I'll go with Ra to find a new weapon. Maybe trade this longsword in, unless we need it as a backup.
What's left of the weapon?
Which one? The Latulis?
Yeah.
It was disintegrated, so there's nothing left.
Oh, there's nothing for me to cast a mending spell on or something.
No, there's some bits of dust and what look like half giant tears.
Oh dear.
But nothing else.
Sounds like spell components.
That was disintegrated.
Giant tears.
Wait, it's
Shattered
iron. Is it
Latulis.
iron powder?
It's steel.
Does it count
No,
as iron powder?
No, it doesn't. It counts as regret
you-
and despair.
I was like, that's a really
About
expensive spell
15,000
component, and I could use that.
I'll
Okay.
go with Ra to find a weapon. That will
Thank
suit
you,
her.
Matthias.
Okay. Who is going to go? I suppose.
I need to recover. I can't go anywhere right now.
Portek, could you take care of Tin?
Yes. Sorry. Yes, healing. But we don't have much time, so we have to do that on the
Both
run.
Tin and Ra, the injuries that they have are not physical.
Psychic.
They are psychic. So it will take magic to heal this. There's no actual medicine skill that can heal that.
So you can heal it with a healing spell.
Yeah, a Cure Light Wounds or
Yeah,
a Psionic
okay.
Power that does something similar will heal.
And that's what I then will be using. Earthly healing magic coming up.
Okay, so you spend the next few minutes locked in communion with the earth, flowing a sense of deep healing loam into Ra and Tin. And we can assume that come morning, those injuries are all healed, so I'll remove those.
I'll go
Yeah,
searching for
Constantine, you
Lutulis.
feel about 10 years older. The
10
effects
well,
the effects
I'm
of
only
the haste
39
spell
now.
The effects of the haste spell have put you where were we? So are you in the middle age category yet?
No. Let me double check real quick. I'm
No, that's
38,
40.
but I'm 38, but you haven't said I'm 39 yet. My birthday hasn't come up yet.
No, you're 38 and you've been aged a year by the spell.
So I'm 39 now.
Yes.
So 40 is middle age.
Yeah, so no ability score losses there. But yeah, you feel pretty rough.
So I didn't get a heart attack in game, but
26
out of
now.
game. Wee!
Okay.
Same here. My Tulis smashed and it gave me a nosebleed.
How old's 25 in half-elf years, Mark? It's about 45, 50, isn't it?
In half-elf years, where are we? No, that's more like 40 for a human.
It's 40 for a human. Half
Sorry,
elf
what
is
age-
45.
I'm
What age
25 in
half-elf?
human years, so what's that in half-elf?
Oh, in half-elf years, about 30.
About 30. Okay, so I've got
Yeah.
went up to about 31 then.
Okay. So who was going shopping there quickly
I'm going to take Ra and anyone else that wants to come.
to get what?
Lutulus.
Going to try and find a Lutulis.
Okay. The best place to go is Grix Weapons on Caravan Way. So you're going to head straight over there.
Oh, I'm gonna come
Gri-
with them. Sorry. I want to come with them because I want to get a crossbow.
Okay, nice. Portek, what are you doing?
Portek
Trying to
is
Melanda or Sadir?
Melanda, yeah, exactly, and it's
Okay.
urgent. Yeah.
Macfari?
I'm going to go with Portek.
Okay. So that's basically to the safe house in the Warrens to leave a message from Melanda there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Tim, you go-
McFarry know this on his own, this place, right?
No, he doesn't.
I've
okay.
not been here before.
Okay, so I show that
He's
to
not
him.
part of the cell yet, so he doesn't. No.
Ra being Ra has a question for the DM. Is
Yes.
that close to where the yummy food place was?
It's not. No, it's on the other side of town.
Oh,
Damn it.
God.
They
do takeaway.
They do have a Flynn's weapons store is over by the place where you get the sausages, but it's not as good as Grix.
Yeah, we go
Ah.
for it.
I'll tell Zorak I'll take him there one day.
I'd give him a call and
Uh,
order takeout.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Constantine, were you going with the shoppers?
Yeah, I'm going with the shoppers just in case.
Okay, fine. All right. So we'll deal with that real quick. Caravan Way, Grix weapons store is. Let me just.
Does he
Are
have
you
an
putting it on roll
exceptional-
20?
You should be able to see it on roll 20.
Okay.
It's about here, halfway down Caravan Way, right about there. You head in. There are metal weapons on display. In fact, you don't really see anything that's not a finely crafted piece of iron, steel, bronze, and other seemingly more esoteric alloys. There's a stout, heavily scarred mule standing behind the counter. and then you hear a voice say, "Murd." You realize it's not the mole standing behind the counter. Just inside the door, seated on a barrel, is a dwarf with one eye, the side of his head almost caved in, and he's got a knife and a whetstone, and he's sharpening the knife to a glittering edge. And as you lock eyes with him, he smiles a gap-toothed smile. "Murd."
Okay.
Morning.
I kneel down.
"Morning," the mole says. "Leave Murd alone.
We're looking.
Missy, leave him alone."
What's he talking? Who's he talking to?
Having seen Ran kneel down next to Murd, the mole behind the counter snaps to you. "Oi, come away."
Oh, I was just going to kneel in front of the stall, just so they can see me.
Okay, fine. He calms down a little bit.
I was just going to kneel in front of the stool, because I assumed it had like one of those like tent rooftop almost, and I was like, they won't be able to see me, so I'll just be stood there.
No, it's actually a shop.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're inside. Okay.
Actually, yes, it's actually a shop. Yeah.
I'm looking for a Latulus, preferably either steel or better.
And I'm looking for a crossbow. Small, like me.
But powerful.
Yes, like me.
Yeah.
Death dealers.
Yes, you got it right.
Wait, no, it's me. Wait, no!
Wait, yes, you did!
Yeah, I never went up to Uruk, so I never saw you perform as Min-Max, was it? No.
Yeah.
I know you by your Tyrian name. Good, honest Tyrian gladiating duo. So, a Latulus and a crossbow.
Yes. How good have you got them as?
This is Grix. How deep are your pockets?
Well, what's the best one you have and what's its price?
What's the best Latulus you got?
He goes to the back of the store.
She yells out after him.
I don't care so much for decoration, just its damage.
And he's gone for a couple of minutes, and then you hear him rummaging around, and then he returns with a large, long bundle.
Oh.
Easily 3 or 4 feet long. Sets it down. Ooh. Unwraps it. There's a haft of fine blue agafari wood. Polished smooth, but not with lacquer or anything, simply with years of use. The blades are a lustrous blue steel.
Very nice.
This is Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker, that's really cool.
She's like feeling it.
Can I appraise it, Mark?
It's an astounding piece of work. You don't even need to make a roll to see that.
Very good.
It feels well used.
This was wielded for 30 years by Thagor Drakebane. You won't have heard of him, as soon as you're up from Uruk, but down these parts he was something of a legend a couple of king's ages ago.
Wow.
Yeah. He slew the ever-hungry worm, this enormous earth drake that had set up home up near Gungenwald. This is the weapon he killed it with.
What happened to him?
He met a horrendous end. Shameful, heartbreaking. The worst a great gladiator such as he could ever hope for. He died in his bed at 106 years old, surrounded by his family.
Despicable. I spit on the floor, and I'm joking.
Is Detect Lie a visible spell that I can cast?
You need to cast it before the lie is told.
Yeah, true.
But if is it your racial ability?
It's a racial ability, yeah.
Yeah, then no, that's just something you know. Something you can do.
Okay.
How?
And feeling it, I don't know if I can get this from feel, so forgive me, but like feeling it, does it feel like the same or better than my previous one?
Oh, the balance is far superior. You
Okay,
can
so it's
even,
much better.
as you run your thumb along the blade, you can feel the strength of the metal that allows it to hold a flexible yet sharp edge.
Would the family be okay with someone else wielding this?
Well, they gave it to me to sell.
Well, that's sad. Maybe
Here's
I
a
can give it
different
new
place
home.
since Kalak went. You're willing to give it a good home, you'll be doing them a good favor.
How much is it?
I'm willing to let her go for 50 gold.
Question: how much did we pay for the steel Latulus?
I'll put my hand on Rush. How about 40?
Meet me halfway. Let's call it 45, and she's yours.
Okay, well, before we spit on our hands and shake on it, how about a good crossbow for the halfling here?
Young Master Bengal, isn't it?
Yeah, not the young though. I think I've aged.
You do look like you've grown some hair and facial
Yeah,
hair.
I think I've got like a grey hair here. You see it? Like it's a bit. It's
Where
weird.
that's come from?
I don't usually get facial hair. I don't know what's going on.
Happens
you
to us
started
all,
puberty?
sooner or later.
Oh, maybe.
It's a wart.
Halflings start puberty when they're 30.
So
No,
it's a crossbow you're after.
Certainly.
And you said a light crossbow?
Yes.
All right. You've used one of these things before?
Yeah, sure. You don't become a gladiator without having a little bit of crossbow training.
I'm just kidding. I walked the arena sands myself.
Oh, very
Some
nice.
time ago. Isn't that right, Murd? Murd! The door sitting by the door says.
Wow, he's really growing on me.
How much for him?
How much for the dwarf?
Murd's not for sale. This
Ah.
With his
crossbow,
own
however,
catapult.
produces a finely crafted piece of intricate bonework. Long, like an arbalest, yet the bow at the head, not oversized, tautly curved, with sinews that look like they were made from Chathrang sinew.
So is the whole thing made of Chathrang, or just that one part?
Just the wire, as it were.
Okay. This wasn't made out of any lizards, right? I think that would be in very poor taste.
He looks over. No, these are Karu and Sigra bones.
Oh,
They've been
okay.
ghettoed a little bit to give them a luster. This is finely balanced, fast firing, an extra punch above normal. I'll give you this for 12 gold.
Oh, really? No tragic backstory that adds to the price?
It's just a crossbow.
Okay, well, fuck
It'll
you.
Kill
all right.
someone just.
How about, do you have anything extra?
You know, I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you for 11 gold. I like your sass, young halfling.
So generous.
Do you have anything extra special? Let's say.
What, the whole
Something
Heartbreaker story wasn't special enough for
Oh no,
you?
that was special, but looking for something like magical, something that's gonna.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a respectable establishment. You want that kind of thing, go talk to the elves.
These are very, very magical. So yeah, that's these.
Right,
these
I
two
think we've come to the end of things here. So it's I said 11 gold and 45, so I make that 56 gold for the pair.
How about 55?
Fine, I'll give you the gold to get you out of my shop. Hand it over.
But you won't want to get me out of the shop. I would love to come back and do more business here later. You have some fine weapons.
Yeah, well, not with talk like that, you won't. Isn't that right, Murd? Murd.
For Okay, well, clearly we have
What?
offended
I'm
your
not
delicate
sure-
sensibilities, but
Not
yeah,
sure
we
what
will
I've said.
give you your gold and be
know,
on our
you-
way then.
Told you, if you want that kind of thing, you go see the elves.
Oh no.
Right? You get none of that enchanted nonsense here. This is a good, honest weapon store. Thank you very much.
This is
Just because the
exactly-
Sorcerer King's gone doesn't mean that good traditional values have gone away.
Oh,
Hey.
come on now. Do you think that half the gladiators in the arena right now, they're not using some kind of, enchantment
Weapon
or spell,
enhancing.
enhancement, anything? Like, you really think this is just a sport where we go skin on skin? Like, no, bitch. I got
That's how it
ballistic
was in-
missiles.
That's how it was in my day.
Your
Rob
day's
picks up-
gone, son.
We fought an
as
honest
you
match.
said.
An honest match.
The Sorcerer King is out. Death dealers are in.
55.
And
Rob-
we're also out of your shop. Let's go.
Ra will
You-
pick
you're
up the
giving him 55
Latulus
gold.
and will say, "It's perfect for me. Thank you so much. It's wonderful."
Yeah.
And she'll
Yeah.
kind of like try and really respectfully leave. Like,
No, I'm staying for a bit. Obviously, I counting out the gold, and she picks up the weapon. That's fine.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I walk backwards like this.
I say, do you have any other exceptional weapons?
Are you taking
like
the
this?
crossbow or not?
Yes, obviously it's on my back.
Yes, yes, yes. Say that again, please, Lee.
I'd say, obviously, I'm counting out the gold for him and stuff. And so, do you have any other exceptional weapons like this?
Are you going to finish counting that, or are you just going to keep talking?
I'm counting while I'm talking. I'm counting out while I'm.
Well, he waits until you finish counting. He just stares at you the whole time.
I count out to 55. Hand that over. Anything else of that same quality?
He takes it, pockets it. Now go on, clear off.
I like to think out the window you can just see Bengal and Ra like pretend fighting with their new weapons. Like,
I'm happy to do more business.
Don't make me come out from behind this counter.
I want to show me the weapons. Farewell.
You leave?
Yeah.
Murd watches you leave, sharpening his little knife. Murd!
Door. Let's go. I head out the door.
Okay. Who else thinks that we
And I'll
should have
leave
gone
after
to that?
Jade.
Who else thinks we should have gone to that armor shop next to the place that does all the nice food?
That was a really good place, but I quite like this one. And she'll lean down. She'll be like, "What color is it?"
It's like blue-ish.
Like my.
Yeah, actually, well, we got a theme going on here. I should have a color, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've always heard that orange is a nice color.
Yeah, but there's orange everywhere, man.
Is there?
Yeah, man. It's in the sky. It's in the floor. It's on the walls.
How
Wow.
do you?
Now that we've taken you shopping, is there anything else we need?
Nothing I can think of. Unless you want to go see the elves.
Do you need anything, Tin?
I doubt these places have anything for me.
Portek, Macfari. While they have been out buying outstanding weapons and managing to insult Grick,
Don't know what I said.
you know what you said. Your dirty talk of magic. Disgusting. Good honest Tyrion values here.
Can't help if they're muggles, okay? Fuck.
You head out of the noble quarter into the warrens toward where the safe house lies beneath in the cellar of an abandoned building. There's nobody there. You leave some kind of message from Orlando?
Yeah.
This place looks kind of empty. Is this normal?
This is where we put the drops.
It's all clandestine.
Yes, it's not an overt operation, is it?
No, I'm still learning the ropes.
Well, this is rope number 1. We're secret. I quickly scribble a note and put it in the designated spot.
What does it say?
Elan encounter need Sadira or high-level help and protection soon.
Okay. And then what do you do? Stay here, head back to the villa, go somewhere else?
After the villa.
Okay. You make your way back up through the Warren streets.
That was less exciting than I was expecting it to be.
When you arrive at the villa, she's sitting in the main hall already.
Sadira.
Legs crossed. Partial mask still on her face. Affectation, surely more than anything else. Amber hair muted in the afternoon light.
Do I know who she is?
You've never seen her before at all.
Okay.
But Portek has said that he's trying to get the attention of someone called Sadira. Portek.
You ready for a possible psionic encounter?
I'm going to place zones of silence around the house. Like a curtain.
We were approached by the Asticlian woman. What's her name? Mingon?
Mingon.
Yes. With a mission.
Just wait. Let me cloak the house with the silence. It takes her about 5 minutes. You can see her walking slowly, pace by pace, around. Hands trailing green energy. She draws upon the life force of Matthias's gardens. Matthias, Ra, Constantine, and the absent Bingle Bangle, it is to this that you return, the very tail end of her incantations. She comes to a halt back at the front of the house, having done a complete circumlocution to see the four of you striding through the open gates. Matthias.
Nice to see you.
I have woven a curtain of silence around your villa.
I noticed.
You step inside. We can hopefully discuss matters with some degree of protection. My skills of the way are limited.
Very good. I obviously the table's set.
Yeah, you head in and your ears pop as you pass through the kind of walls of silence that she's placed around the house and get them sorted out again.
I pull out my dagger and stick it in the table, and I cut. Obviously, I just reopen the wound.
She does likewise. You can see there's several poorly healed scars across the palm of her hand. There has to be a better way than this.
I agree.
Nice spell.
Rotek.
Yes, I too got my hand. Sure.
I will do the same.
I presume everybody does likewise?
Yeah, upon hearing that's what do. I use my new blade.
Yeah, upon seeing everybody.
You barely even feel it.
Oh, beautiful.
You're welcome.
So she approached us to continue the story.
Mingon Asticles.
Yes, with a mission. We should go to Gulg and make bring a proposal, not from the council, but from those in power.
Yes.
And with the proposal was a gift as a thing. Supposedly you sealed that gift into a box.
The Peerless Diadem.
Yes.
Yes. She came to you.
Yes.
Why?
Who was it meant to go to?
Templars of the Bureau of State. There was even talk of getting your friend Chirodius involved. Samponius came to me a couple of days ago. Her brother. He's in hiding now. He found her body before it was disposed of.
So
she had... What?
You already knew?
We've been looking for her.
All right.
The thought of her coming here had never occurred to me. Mingon had discovered... The mission is real. The box is real. The plea for an alliance is real. It's actually something that's happening. But Mingon was part of it, the real Mingon. But she discovered that she was actually receiving orders not from other people in the council or other politicians, but they were coming to her from Diamina. In other words, an Elan had inserted itself into the command chain somewhere. And I guess when Diamina realized she'd been discovered, she had Mingon replaced.
So they want this mission to continue.
It sounds to me like they came up with it.
This diadem, did you have a good look at it?
It is a powerful enhancer of sorceress and psionic abilities. Would only be of use to someone who has found a way to meld them. But it's like when a glass is held before the sun, it focuses the resulting rays and can burn tinder, flesh, paper. It is a potent gift.
Where did it come from? If they came up with the mission, yeah.
They've discovered it. That it's actually been in their archives for some time and had become forgotten and misplaced. It recently came to light and was analyzed for what it was. And it's just all too convenient.
Should we have a better look at this item?
I can if you want. At the moment, I'm preferable that it sits there with my wards upon it so no one can come along and take it, not without blowing their hands off.
I mean, I see no reason to break the wards.
This Elan was discovered by us, we killed it. And when we killed it, we were attacked by a psionic entity that opened a rift and started psionically assailing us. We had no real response to that. And it wanted the box back. It wanted the item.
So that tells us that the item came from them originally.
Of course, yeah. But also that your wards mean nothing to them, really.
No, well, they are ascended masters of the way, and
Yeah.
I am barely a master wizard. That doesn't surprise me, but it's more to keep it out of the hands of any other prying people while it gets to its destination. The Order want it to go there. They're not likely to interfere.
But do we want to still give it or not?
Why would we if that's what they want?
This mission, who came up with this mission?
They're obviously playing everyone.
It
I'm
seems
going to
have
disagree.
come-
Just because your interests and their interests align doesn't mean that it's bad. Sometimes those allied with you or those opposing you are going to have similar goals. Now, where it reaches in our control or where it reaches in their control may be where it differs. But just because they wanted something to happen doesn't mean inherently it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the dragon quickly. Who says that this dragon story and all these souls isn't something to do with this Elan conspiracy?
What, that the Order invented the dragon as a night terror to keep children?
Is that an impossibility? Who's alive that can tell the tale?
His history is too consistent about it, and of course, don't forget.
I don't know anyone who's ever seen it.
And all the sorcerer kings, they are following and hearing it and bringing the sacrifices. They would not let themselves be duped like that. Not like that.
Yeah, well, for how long has this been going on for? It seems to me that no one in living memory has any idea where this dragon is and if it still
40
exists.
40 years ago, Balik, under opinions, made a serious mistake.
Yes.
It's got confirmed to us by
How was it destroyed?
the Uric Templars.
How do we know that was the dragon, though? How do we know?
Yeah, how was it destroyed?
It was confirmed by the Urukite Templars that this was the case, that the story is true. It was
The
confirmed.
dragon killed it?
It was confirmed by Corgonard, remember?
Well, we know that the Ela and the Elan are everywhere. They're in Uric, they're here, they're in Gulg. We know they're everywhere.
Why? What are they doing?
They're trying to make the Sorcerer Kings kill each other. That's what they're trying to do. We found out that this whole thing was going on with the earlier Elans that we were getting, but they were actually trying to make Uric attack Tyr. They were trying for Kalak to.
Exactly.
They were clearly setting everybody up against everybody.
So what? This is to force Gulg and Nibene back into open warfare?
Well, if you look at the thing that we were offering to them, we're offering a military alliance, correct?
So that would drag Tyr into such a conflict.
Well,
Also a share in the souls, in the payment.
yeah, the levy.
The levy.
Yeah, this is the motivation for us to go for
Curses
them.
on the levy.
So Elan want the levy. So who says that these souls aren't feeding the Elan? And not the dragon?
Maybe Constantine is right. Maybe there is value in learning what they hope to have happen in Gulg. Maybe it's worth completely circumventing their expectations. War Nibene. Take a message to the Shadow King.
But who are we for them to believe? We may be heroes of Tyr, but doesn't mean the rest of the world know who we are.
Yeah, I am clutching at straws here. Maybe something closer to home. Try and track down an Elan cell. There has to be some coordinating group here. Diamina was involved in the previous infiltration and now seems to be part of this one.
We've got no way of making them tell us when their lives are forfeit. Their lives are just nothing. They're mere matter.
We can't question them after their deaths. There's no information for us to
torture them. We can't do anything. If they feel no pain.
Take them alive.
To do what? If they feel no pain
to psionically interrogate.
But then you need psionics to take them alive.
You need somebody with the capability.
We can't paralyze them.
Well, we
to that
have been
extent.
given a way to fix that by the headmistress, was it, at that university?
You're talking months and months of training, Bengal.
Sasha Strimman.
I'm just saying, if you want to figure out a way to have them alive, that's it.
We would need
Well,
a
it's a long-term
specialist.
solution.
I don't know.
Same. I'm starting to believe that this dragon is just a fairy tale, a nightmare, as you said, to tell your children.
Yeah, I am too.
And it's the alarm that require
Then what is the
sacrifice.
purpose of the thousands of sacrifices?
Exactly, and how? Why would for the Sorcerer Kings be on board? They are too powerful to be duped like that.
Are they?
They're
Yeah.
Templars, yeah, for sure they are. Make no mistake, yes,
What's
they
it-
are.
If
we
they
killed
could
one.
have,
Huh?
We killed a Sorcerer King. With these, we've had so much more training since then. Why? What makes them so powerful?
You killed Kalak in the middle of a transformation that had gone wrong.
Exactly.
yeah, that was not full power. That was distracted and lashing. We don't know what a full Sorcerer King
And
with
Kalak,
its full
yeah.
faculties would do.
And Kalak is not the lion. We saw how differently the operations over here are to those in Ulrich.
I'm more inclined to believe that the dragon may be more than a myth, because if each one of the city-states is giving over this levy to appease such a creature, then it would have been in their best interest to band together just to kill it and then go back to their city-states and rule themselves, where there'd be but that is not the case. They are still
Which
all
must mean
paying
they
the levy.
agree with whatever this levy is, or what purpose it must serve. From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, but souls have power. You can't just... These sacrifices are not done in vain. They have some purpose. They must
they
fuel
feed.
something.
We
Exactly,
know.
they feed.
We already know where Tyr.
What do they fuel?
But we know where Tyr have to take the sacrifices, correct?
Yeah, we do.
Crackbone Hollow.
So why don't we go and investigate that place? Maybe we may find something.
It's not a good idea, I think. That's
You wish to be there when the dragon comes calling?
What dragon? No one's ever seen a dragon.
That does not make it any less real.
I know, and it doesn't make it. It's at the moment we're clutching at straws. We have no leads. We
no,
capture.
but this is not necessarily a lead. This leads to our death. I think we should find
The
a
levy is due on low sun,
Sorry, as a player, I don't know what that means.
2 months away.
Okay.
Just slightly over 2 months.
Okay, so if the levy is due, then if you really want, we can go investigate prior to that. I don't see any problem with an investigation. If
I
that's what
don't.
you wanna
I don't
do.
see any problem investigating the place where we're supposed to hand over this levy. Maybe it could shed some light onto exactly if this dragon is a dragon, then what does it want, and why is the levy being paid to it? I
And
think
that's
it's
what
a
we're saying.
perfectly normal line of reasoning. Yeah.
And each city have their own place. It's not everyone goes to the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
that would make
the-
sense.
The dragon
Let-
can't be in all places.
Let's think of it backwards. Let's say you're the dragon. You need 1,000 souls from each city to what? To oppress the dragon kings, to keep them in line? What?
No, this is my questioning all the time. It's been what I was talking to
You have-
Morgan about.
You have to look at it from the other side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what I would like to put in here as a suggestion, that it's not necessarily that these Elan hope to help us with the levy. They are hoping that the Sorcerer Kings will kill each other out, and that in the end, that whole system collapses and the dragon is no longer fed.
So you think he's being fed?
Those souls are for him a payment, but it's a necessary payment.
It's
It'd
like
have
food.
to be a really big dragon to eat 1,000
Look,
souls.
I'm pretty sure
Souls are not just food. It's not just the body. It's not the meat. It is the essence of life.
So
Souls.
life-
The word souls is used, not lives. Souls.
Kalak tried to kill almost all of the population of Tyr to do his crazy spell.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, and he turned into part dragon at that time.
Yes.
Right. So what could this dragon need 1,000 souls from each city? How many city-states are there? There's, what, 9?
Traditionally 7.
7?
There used to
Okay,
be
so
12.
there's
There's 7 left.
7,000 souls every year.
Yeah, it's a little bit more even, probably.
Okay, so probably more.
Yeah.
That's a hungry dragon.
Yeah. So it's
it's for a magic.
well,
effect.
but that's
it could
clear.
It could be for something.
For power. Whatever
Right.
form that power takes, it's for power. Yeah.
What it's for is not important right now. If in order to move forward in one way or direction, we need to prove or disprove the existence of this dragon, then let's do that so we can start moving towards a direction of helping these people.
I have a question.
I'd also
for
be
the
curious. What?
Portek, where does your magic come from?
What?
Portek, where does your magic come from?
Which magic?
Your priestly magic.
My priestly magic.
Hmm.
It's elemental earth magic.
Where does your other magic come from?
It comes from the life force of the planet.
The planet, yes. Tin, where does your magic come from?
Oh, well, my magic comes from the sand, the sun, the water.
Okay, so where does the Alan's magic come from?
They
That's
have
mine.
It's not magic, it's from the
They
power
have
of the
none.
mind.
Where does their
the way.
being come from? What that creature that we saw today? Yes, it was some sort of
It was some kind of
psionic. But where does
cabbage.
that creature's magic come from? Maybe that creature's magic comes from souls.
No, it comes from the mind.
Are you a specialist in this?
Psionics comes from the mind.
I know a fair amount about the arcane,
Yes.
and this
Do you
thing
know a
is
fair
not
amount about the Alan? And their
No, but
magics?
I can conclude that this thing is not. It is not arcane.
We recently met a fellow. Boaz was his name. He had something else. Where did his magic come from? Some sort of god that we'd never
Boaz-
heard of.
Boaz is a friend
That's
of
not
mine.
true.
And Boaz's magic comes from what is left of the old gods.
The old gods.
No,
So
he's
what is
tricking
that?
you.
Apparently, we've
He's
seen it.
tricking you.
We saw it with our
Sorry?
own eyes.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Sure.
So if Boaz's magic's come from somewhere, yours comes from the ground and obviously other places. These Alans, maybe they require souls to function to survive. Maybe, as I said, I'm still on the theory of
Maybe
there's
they
no
need
dragon.
one to have, yeah.
Maybe
Well-
these souls feed what they do to survive.
And we really don't want to give them anything.
No.
I mean, that's my reasoning this whole time is that I'm not giving them shit.
But then it's a risk if we don't, and then there is a dragon. I'm not
So-
saying
If
there
they're
is a
hungry,
risk.
so
then
how-
how
how-
did they lay waste to all those towns?
I think your idea to go to Crackbone Hollow is the best thing I've heard all evening.
Hmm.
The shit with the Elans, I don't even know where to begin to start to try and puzzle that out.
Perhaps we can try and make overtures in their direction, some form of communication that does not involve risk.
In which
Ask
direction?
them.
Possibly.
This order, what their motivations are.
Every time we've come
why
to meet
pretend-
one, an assassin has either tried to kill it before it could speak, or like this one, we had no chance. But they're not in the position, they're not even willing to talk. And even if they did, the ones that do come to us are probably just mere puppets that probably don't know anything.
As far as I know, every group has a motivation. And I'm curious to what theirs is.
Aren't we all? This is what we're trying to figure out. They clearly want this levy to be paid.
No, they clearly want the Sorcerer Kings to kill each other. That's what they clearly want.
I think the levy is just a piece of bait there. Something
Yes.
that will make the Tyrians go, yeah, this is a great idea. We'll be
Yeah.
part of this plan.
Hmm.
And then my conclusion would be is if they want the Sorcerer Kings to kill each other, like we did here in our city-state, which will result in us not paying the levy anymore, they want to undermine the levy so that the dragon doesn't get fed anymore.
They're looking
And-
to wipe the whole slate clean.
That's what it looks like to me. But why? Why do they want that? What is the dragon doing that they want stopped?
Because it's awful. Wouldn't you get rid of all this if you could?
So the dragon is a creature of destruction,
Yeah, but
purely?
The dragon will come and get its 1,000 souls either way, left, right, or center. It will just wipe everything off the face of the earth.
and then it'll have no earth to sit upon.
If it's something of destruction, it cares little.
So the motivation
it's-
lies somewhere else, then, doesn't it?
But what's interesting is it needs to do this every year, consistently, 7,000 souls, year in, year out.
Yeah. So what is it doing exactly? Why do we need to pay? Why does the dragon need those souls? Yeah.
Exactly. If it was a creature of rampant destruction who had no care in the world and merely wanted to destroy, it would have done so by now.
Exactly.
Souls,
And there would be nothing left.
maybe the souls suppress it.
Let's just go.
Well, to Crackbone Hollow.
While you try to discover who, what, when, where, why, maybe the dragon's just hungry 7 times a year and you have to drop them off at different times. We don't know. Let's go to Crackbone Hollow, see what we can figure out there so that we can start making a real plan. Because the
Fair
existence of the dragon is the big hinging point on what we do next. So let's go. Right now, you all want to do something, but all we're doing now is wasting time.
No, we're talking this through. That's what we're doing.
We can talk on the way, but it always comes back to the same point. Does it or doesn't it exist? So let's see what we can do.
How far is it, Tin? Do you know?
I don't know this.
Tin would
A day's
know,
travel.
but I don't.
It's about a day's travel south of town.
A
So,
day, a little bit faster or slower, depending on how we get there. I think I may know a way to for us to shortcut across the sand to get us there a little faster.
Does anybody know what Crackbone Hollow even is?
It's a lake, dried up lake,
Dried up
full
lake,
of the
yeah.
bones of dead fish, except they're not just bones of dead fish.
Right.
That's
We
what's
go there.
supposed to happen.
We go there, we check
So-
it out. We have a priest of the earth here.
It's full of bones
Mhm.
of the sacrifices.
Yes.
So
Yes.
That's what the story
that would
say.
imply that would imply if it does turn out to be full of the thousands of bodies that are brought there every summer or whatever, that would imply the dragon does not consume them there.
Exactly.
I mean, it could very well be population control.
I'd be
by
very
giving them a thousand every year. Maybe keeps the population of these cities low enough that they can
Limited
never rise up and be a
resources.
true
Yes,
a true threat. It's a possibility, but until we get there and do some checking, we have Portek. He can probably speak to the land and do those sort of things, and I don't know, see something there. Who knows?
I'm
We've
not
lost-
sure what
we've
I would
lost
be
2
able to see
days.
there.
If we go there, we lose 2 days.
No, that's fine. I do get that, but I don't think we should be going there when that handover should take place.
Oh.
Because
Well, we're not
that's 2
going there
months
when
away.
it happens.
That's 2 months
Okay.
away.
Yeah, okay, but and like you guys, I do believe this dragon exists.
as do I.
Yeah. And I believe it would be a horrendous news for us if we would coincide our presence there with the sucking up of 1,000 souls. I think that would
No,
be a
but
seriously
2 months
bad
away.
mistake.
The timelines are separate. We
Yeah,
can be
it's 2 months
there
away.
and back in 2 days' time, and the potential dragon would not be arriving for many sunrises after that.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, that's good. Sadira, are you going to have a look at this
Yeah.
item more properly for us?
I've already looked at it. It is what I've told you it is.
Did you
No,
study
but-
it before you put it in?
Yes,
Was there anything added? Did you look at it psionically, maybe?
I can't.
Do we have anybody in our circle of
trust.
friends that can actually do that?
Yes, but that will take a little while to bump up the command chain.
Can we
If
give
you
it?
like, I will get the wheels rolling in that regard.
Please do.
I think that's probably a wise idea. I have a feeling that this gift is like not a real gift. It's like something unpleasant we're bringing the Oba.
All right. I didn't pick up anything like that, but okay.
No?
For now, the items can stay
stands.
hidden.
I will leave it in your keeping. I will talk to the next cell above me, and so pass the word on. Good luck at Crackbone Hollow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I look to
Crackbone Hollow
servants.
lies
Get them
in, as I've said, a shallow depression just over a day or so south of Tyr. Mounted on Inixes, Crodlus, and or Kanks, you stand at the top of the ridge, looking down over the dried out lake bed. It is indeed a place that lives up to its name, strewn with bones. Ribs and spines and strange misshapen faces. It's only as you move your mounts down the ages-beaten path to what would have been the lake shore that you indeed see skulls, jawbones, pelvises, the remains of humanoid species. There is an immediate chill in the air, as if the desert sun, its rays do not quite reach the earth here. The Crodlus shifts uncomfortably, and the Enix grumbles low and deep in its throat. So here you are.
I want to do an observation roll and maybe see if I can pick up anything that I
likewise will
Same.
properly have a good look.
Yeah. Observation as it
I'll
normally
do
stands.
Observation and my rogue ability.
Yeah. Give me rolls for all those, please.
Observation.
Am I able to
Outstanding
roll
rolls,
animal
everyone.
lore? Am I able to roll animal lore to see if I can discover if any of these bones of animals precede the generational animals that we know of the land today? See kind of how far back this may have gone.
Yes, you don't even need to roll for that. There are species in this dried up lake bed that you have no idea what they're supposed to be. Some kind of snake? A frog? You're not sure at all.
I don't know if you noticed, Mark, but I also rolled a detect noise.
You hear nothing but the wind sighing across the bones. Portek and MacFiery, however, you can feel the prickling of potent magical energies still hanging in the air.
I was about to ask you, actually.
Your scales ripple in response. And Bengal and Ra, although you lack any magical abilities, there is a scent that hangs here. You've smelt it many times before. It is death. This place is a haunt. A tomb with no name, open to the world.
I look at the bones around here.
Picked clean by scavengers, they're in sifted drifts and heaps. Whatever has been happening here, it has been happening for many, many years.
I look at a more recent bone, say from maybe a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I grab a hold of it.
Okay.
And cast a no history spell on it.
Okay.
I also rolled a detect magic rogue ability.
Right, so you can sense the immense power of some potent necromancy. Incredibly potent, that still echoes here. The ground, the air thrums with it yet. Porter gives a terrified shout. Whatever history the thing possessed, it is eclipsed by an agonizing, soul-sucking horror. You briefly have the smallest amount of empathy for the sensation of one's soul being drawn forth from one's body. A sense of mind-shattering yearning overcomes you, and mercifully the spell ends prematurely.
So,
Constantine, having been continually observing, you spot him appear as if out of nowhere. Hooded, cowled against the sun, only the golden glimmer of his skin allows you to see that it is Korganard. What are you doing here?
I look at him. What is this guy?
You see a tall, cowled figure. The skin that is visible of his face is golden, shimmering with light. The face is elongated, the mouth atrophied, the eyes large and luminous.
Have I heard of
You have no
We
idea who
are
this is.
trying to ascertain what we can learn about the
you guys know
the
this
creature
Yeah.
and the levy, so we can make our best guess at what to do next.
It is dangerous to come here, this close to the day of the levy. What have you found? Share and I will share also.
Portek's called out a moment ago. Portek, and I'll call him over.
I try to discern the history of the bones of this creature. And I experience the moment of its soul being sucked out.
Have
Necromantic
you not had
magic.
your fill of death already? So you have learned what I have also.
It uses the souls.
It uses some. Others, it takes physically. I looked back through the veil of time to the last disposal of the levy here. I saw some bodies disappearing through what were clearly portals of some kind, and others collapsing, becoming ash, fell lights rising from their open, screaming mouths. Yes, it is taking the souls of some, but it is abducting the others, taking them somewhere.
Did you see it?
No, I could not. Its presence is obscured by powerful wards. It took this entire transformational process to give me the ability to look at its deeds, never mind upon its features.
We're trying to ascertain whether the Order and its Elan are involved in this, or trying to stop it, or actually trying to continue it. We were infiltrated.
I see. No, I wonder they might be opposed to the dragon on principle.
What do you know about the Order?
Extremists, fanatics, psionics should be kept for the most purest of forms, and all of those who abuse it destroyed. What if that does not encompass the Sorcerer Kings, the dragon, and even myself? Were they to know of me, I do not doubt they would treat me with anything less than the same ruthlessness with which they seem to apprehend our rulers and the beast which watches over all of them.
We caught them trying to play the Sorcerer Kings against each other.
Yeah.
And we're wondering what
I
their
would say-
motivation is. Yeah.
I would say follow that thread and see where it goes. They will not expose themselves any other way. As for the levy, the last thing I was able to perceive was that the energy is being stored somehow. I think the dragon is using it for something.
So, stored somehow? How is it stored?
I cannot tell.
Is there any doubt in your mind, Korganard, that this dragon is false?
There is always doubt.
But that kind of storing requires something immense to keep that kind of power.
Yes.
I mean,
Again.
Karlak made a whole ziggurat
Ziggurat,
just to capture the souls of one city.
It is clearly being taken somewhere.
So the only item or only substance that I know that stores that kind of magic is obsidian, really.
Yes. Yes. The Defiler's Heartstone.
So you need quite a big amount of obsidian, right?
Yes.
Good to know.
So that brings me to my next endeavor. I'm going to try and find where it lives. Where is it taking this soul energy?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it taking these abducted victims of the Levy? As for you, I would say there is a choice before you. On the one hand, pursue the Order. Examine this plot that would have sent you to Gulg. Learn what they are doing. Or perhaps who their masters are, these allies. Expose them in your city. Or in that of the Oba. Or journey with me in search of the dragon's lair.
It sounds to me like the latter would have my preference.
To the
That
left.
is certainly the more burning question on my mind.
Mine too.
Well, I don't know much that I can do, or actually that we can do against users of the way. So we're actually very badly equipped to
Just
deal
because
with
we're
them.
so well equipped to deal with a dragon.
Yeah, I my thought was the same as, we have someone who can psionically decimate us
Look, at
in due
least
course, or a dragon.
at
which,
least on that journey we are with Korganard.
Korganar can't guarantee our safety or empower us to a degree to take on. Korganar, are you in any condition to take on a dragon?
Not even remotely.
No.
So no offense is intended, Korganar. That's essentially just maybe adding 2 to 3 members to this party, in terms of what we can accomplish, which would still not have the potential to take on.
I have
we're
no
not
intention of
taking it
confronting
on,
the
yeah.
dragon.
I was going to say likewise. We infiltrate. We go see, if they're storing souls, or just go in there. We find other things there, like say we find the Alarm there, or find another secret society that's working on
Information.
behalf of this. It's all about information.
Information.
That is what we need right now.
I agree.
And you, brave halfling, you have no misgivings about walking a road with a dragon at the end of it?
Oh, I have a lot of misgivings. The Levy, the Elan, the everything, basically. But
But Bengal, you do have a beautiful crossbow to shoot it with now.
yes, I in fact do have a very beautiful crossbow now. Thank you for reminding me.
That bolts that will bounce off of a dragon's skin. I'm
We're
indifferent.
not going
on
there to
this.
fight a dragon. That's clear.
No, my indifference is that if we go and discover that a dragon does exist, it'll be good. It'll put some minds at ease that weren't at ease before, or terrify you further.
My main
How-
concern.
However, if we go the other way, these Alanar and these and their masters are actively trying to work against Tyr, and there's a lot of people there that we've already worked hard to protect and to make a home there. Any time that distracts us from finding out what they wanted by setting us on this on the journey they intended, could be bad for Tyr as a whole, whether there's a dragon or not.
Okay.
So consider
Yeah.
these things when you make your decision.
You are right, Constantine. It is wrong of me to attempt to take you away from the defense of the city that you have made your home. No, I apologize. I apologize.
Apologize for nothing. It's a choice for the group. You gave an option that is now available. Bingo, you had something to say.
Yes. My main issue with all of this is that there will not be a city to save if we don't figure out what is happening, if there is a dragon. If so, why are the souls being stored? And if we do not pay the levy, what happens? Because my main issue about all of this is I am not at all comfortable standing by while we go halvesies on a number of the population to sacrifice. I'm not doing that.
Agreed.
Indeed.
We go there.
Then-
Information. That's prudent.
Yes, I think we do not need to engage it in any kind of battle. I think that, like you've said, Matthias, we infiltrate. There's no need for this to turn into combat.
No, I was just making sure that we knew the both options, what they were in their entirety. If
Yeah.
anybody runs in to fight the dragon, then please do so, and we will watch you and wave fondly as you go, but we will not follow you on down the path.
Some of us aren't very well at infiltrating or being sneaky, though.
I can help you with that.
I can help as well. To an extent.
We go, we look, we find out what's doing this, find out what the dragon's doing, sleeping. Is it being forced to sleep and being fed these souls? We find out what groups. If there's a group, there may not be nothing. We go there, we may just find a dragon sitting there smoking a pipe. Who knows?
Yeah. We find out more, and as far as the mission to Gulg is concerned, that mission can be undertaken by any representative group from the city of Tyr. It has been motivated by the people in power there anyway.
That was in fact originally the plan, if you recall.
Yeah,
They were
so
supposed to go with some trade bureau people.
Yeah, they can go with somebody else. They don't need us for that. This, however, is not something anybody else can do, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Our main priority should be this.
Well, if it's not, in 2 months we'll find out what happens.
Gorgonard, are you
Yes.
do you know of what was that item again that they were going to give to the Oba?
The Peerless Diadem.
Yeah, the Peerless Diadem. Does that say anything to you?
Yes. It was a psionic and magical artifact created by the Oba for use in her wars with Nibene.
It is that item that we were sent to return to the Oba as a gift to start the negotiations.
So it has been found.
Conveniently so,
I
yes.
think
Yeah.
the Shadow King would be moved to some consternation were he to learn of that.
I have a question regarding that item. This is more for the magical folk here. Is it possible that a curse could have been put on this item?
This was what I wanted Sadira to find out. Either a psionic or a magical curse. Yes, she did. She said she didn't see any of that, but she doesn't see psionic things very well, so maybe it would have been that. I'm not sure.
Is this something that you could detect, Coordinate?
Yes, but the ability to detect curses is something that even a journeyman sorcerer such as Sadira would have mastered.
And there's no such thing as a psionic curse or a psionic effect that could...
The way doesn't really work in that way.
Because we're wondering
Curses are
why...
very much
Sorry.
Well, why? To pitch Gulg and Nibene at each other's throats, from the sounds of it.
Because of what the item means.
Until
the
she
item
lost
itself.
Until she lost the Peerless Diadem, the Oba was beating the Shadow King.
What's their scenario right now? Who's winning the war?
None. They have not been at open war for a generation or two.
But us giving this item back, that would cause a war. They would
Absolutely.
That would restore her confidence that she could beat him.
Okay, this is information that we needed. That makes sense, guys. They were trying to make a war between Tyr and Ulrich. This sounds more in line with their planning. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have use of such an item, Roganar? Since we still have it in our possession.
You know, it might prove useful, given what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
Is it a defiling item?
Defiling is in the application,
Or in the creation, maybe, of the item.
or in how it was made.
Yeah.
He wraps his robe around him more tightly. I must prepare. If it pleases you, then I will see you at nightfall tomorrow.
Okay.
Make what preparations you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your affairs in order. Where we are going, I cannot promise that any of us will return.
Sounds
And
like
he,
fun.
Bows, whispers a word of magic, and vanishes.
Could have given us a lift home.
So I suppose you take your farewells of Crackbone Hollow, return to Tyr to make ready for what comes next. Not an interesting little road trip to Gulg.
Sorry.
This is going to be much more interesting. But instead, a journey in search of whatever lair the dragon calls home. To answer most pressing questions: what is the Levy for? What happens with the souls? What happens with those taken? And is there even a dragon?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
We'll pick that up next week.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Nice.
I heard dragons are friendly. We're fine.
They like pinkies.
'Cause this group would never make a mistake that wakes up a
No.
dragon.
That's demons like pinkies, not dragons.
Mm.
Dragons like letters.
Yeah,
Pen
they
pals,
love
yeah.
letters. They love
So
pen
true.
pals.
All right,
Dragons look
guys.